Yo, what's good? What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? The Prince, what's good? I see you. What's good, boss? T. Williams in the building. Joe Madden, what's good? Yeah, last night we went to 4, George. Hey, Chase Stacks, what's happening? What's good? What's good? I guess they won't stay. What's good? Last night was funny. Last night was hilarious, man. The Knicks at Night podcast. Yeah, George, I'm a little bit late, man. I don't like being late. I'm usually early and just waiting here for people to jump in the chat. Andy N was good, Black Andy. Was good. Joe Madden. Danny Landis is in the building. What's good? Yo, we are grinding, Danny Landis. We are grinding. What is good? What's good? What's good? Simba Singh is in the building. Chef NYK, what's good? Man, I'm excited. It's game day. Let me check a little something here first. Let me check a little something. Yeah, just to make sure we good. Just make sure we Gucci. Make sure we are in all the right places. Y'all know the deal. Let me see. Yeah, there he is. All right, Sportscaster. I see you, Sportscaster. Let me check YouTube just to make sure that we are right, like how we showing, like how we supposed to show. Yeah, there it is. YouTube. There we go. All right. Let me throw my thing in here in the chat. Adele Chapman was good. What up? Staffa Don was good. We in here. We are in here. Y'all know how we do at the beginning of every show. Y'all know I got to shout y'all out. Don't act like, don't get shame-faced now when I be shouting y'all out. You know what I'm saying? T. Williams. Hey, I'm not sure. Maybe it's the T. Williams said these young guys are soft. Why they always hurt? Must be them Gucci loafers they be rocking. Them super soft pillows they sleeping on. You know what I'm saying? It must be those private jets that they ride on all the time, man. Something, I don't know. Hey, Simba Singh says, hey, Chuck B. Hey, let me first of all, let me throw on my Harlem Nights glasses. And y'all better not laugh at me either. Hey, I put these joints on and my man was like, I look like the dude that be rolling the dice on Harlem Nights. That ain't funny. I'm going to do this and don't y'all laugh either. Yo, my man was like, Uncle Freezy, you look like that dude that be rolling dice on Harlem Nights. Drip Moore is in the building. What's good? Hey, Joe Man says when Frank gets minutes, he always seems to go back to square one and get hurt. That's interesting. Do I look like that dude from Harlem Nights? That look like I should be rolling dice? Yes. Do I look like I should be rolling dice on Harlem Nights? Do I look like I should be standing next to Ray and Quick? Yo, yeah, the Knicks gear. Yo, Miss Mocha got this joint for me, man. It's fire. Yeah, Danny Lance. I'm rocking Knicks gear. Yeah! Salute. Man, the New York Knicks is in the building. What's good? So y'all can't hear it, but the peanut gallery, but the peanut gallery in here is like they laughing because they say I look like that dude that be rolling dice on Harlem Nights. Yo, George California. Yeah, I got hella big. Okay. All right, y'all funny. Okay. All right. Hey, the prince said give him 5 minutes for sure. For sure. Y'all, he know what it is. He know what it is, man. I'm gonna put this out here anyway, though, for my people. Julian Blum, what's good? Robbie Cano says that Mav pick stole. That Mavs pick for sure. Yo, look who hit. Ernesto is in the building. Ernesto, what's good? Yo, my God, what's good?
Hold on, give me 1 second.
You must run on batteries, sir. Yo, so Joe says tonight's very winnable. Raptors struggling since they paid Van Vliet and Pascal. Right, for sure.
What's good, Freezy? How we doing? What's up to the chat? Good morning, all. How we all doing?
Hey, what's good? What's good?
Excited. It's nice to be excited for every Knicks game for once because I think tonight's a very winnable game. Toronto ain't looking too nice after they paid Van Vliet and Siakam.
Right, and they're playing on the road all their games.
Yeah, they're playing down in Tampa. That's what Kevin Wright brought up last night that he thinks Knox might have a big game because he's home.
Right.
Which is a very good point. I see Quickly and Rivers are questionable, so I'm hoping at least one of them are back.
Right. I hope at least one of them. At least one of them.
One of the three should be back. They might put Quickly. I think that we're going to take time with some of these guys. But now that you have Frank out, DSJ out, you have no backup for Peyton unless you're going to go with Jared Harper. So they might try and get one of the guys back, at least to back up to get 15, 20 minutes on behind Peyton. Because Peyton's the only point guard. All the point guards we said we have a lot of point guards, but we've only one healthy.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah, and I'm like, Frank started looking decent, started coming back. And what happens when Frank looks good and gets minutes? He gets hurt again.
Yeah. It's frustrating to me. It's frustrating to me because the Frankers always point to whatever Frank did good as the linchpin for his career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But instead of saying Frank is a career 5.5 point per game scorer, they'll say, well, he hit 4 threes against the Bucks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was on with Sim and I got lit up because I said the truth. I was like, 3 of them 4 threes were hitting garbage time when we're up by 20. And they were like, oh, it wasn't garbage time, it was clutch. But I'm like, it's the beginning of the fourth quarter and we're up by 20 and the Bucks sat Giannis and sat Middleton. So technically that's still garbage time when they're sitting when you're going into the fourth quarter up by 20 and the other team sits their starters, then it's garbage time, it's game over.
And the lead fluctuated at 20 for a while before Frank started hitting those threes. Too, by the way. It's not like the Bucks cut the lead down to 6 or cut the lead to 3 and then Frank hit a 3 to push it back up to 6. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I'm with you on that. I can agree.
Yeah, I'm not a Frank hater, but I'm like, let's be real. We've seen he was the 8th overall pick. If that draft was redrafted, he might have gone late second round or undrafted the way he's
undrafted.
Playing.
Right.
So, the 8th overall, he's supposed to get higher expectations. You're supposed to get more than defense and 6 and 2 out of your 8th overall pick.
Right. So Sima Singh, thanks for the super chat. Sima Singh says, sent a $5 super chat. He says for Kevin W's blood pressure medication.
I didn't see it. Like, I went to bed around like 1:30 last night. I didn't see the ending, but it was starting to get heat up a little bit because with Kevin. Kevin was getting kind of anxious when it come to Knox.
Of course.
But I see his point. Knox has been wide open so much, and they're not giving him to the ball. I've seen him stand in the corner, nobody anywhere near him, ready to shoot. No one gives him the ball. But if Peyton or RJ, who aren't great shooters, are open, they have no problem giving them the ball to shoot it.
Right. Hey, well, I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna answer what you said.
Yeah.
So Zach Staten says, salute. Good morning, y'all. Freezing, my 5-year-old is excited for the game tonight. Oh, hey, baby.
That's my little one.
Hey, baby. Can you see us waving?
Gonna wave? She sees you, yeah? Wave.
Yeah. Hey, baby.
Tell us a wave.
I bet you she's probably thinking like, that dude looks like that guy from Harlem Nights that should be shooting dice.
She don't have a clue what Harlem Nights is. Yeah. I'm gonna go out next week. I'm actually gonna order when them pandemic checks come out. I'm gonna get her a little. I seen online for like $20 a little Knicks uniform, like shorts and like a jersey. So I'm gonna get her all. I'm gonna get her all nicked up. She's going to be another little next generation Knicks fan. Hopefully, when she's growing up, the Knicks are winning.
Hopefully.
Oh, yeah, she's 2. So by the time she's 15, in the next 10 years, they should be winning.
Hopefully. At least 41, I hope.
Yeah.
Hey, so Julian Blum, thanks for the super chat. Julian Blum says, every time I try to edit video, this channel draws me in. LOL. Salute, Julian Blum. Hey, we can't help it, man. We can't help it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't help it, bro. We just love these Knicks, man. It's not even what we do, man. It's more like almost like a religion for us, man. I can't help it. You know what I mean? And especially when I hear somebody say something about the Knicks and I don't feel like it's right.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm compelled to get on then. So, but George Alvernia says RJ dropping 25 and 8 and 5 assists tonight.
He might see. The thing is, he struggles against big centers. Toronto don't know of a center. They have Aaron Baines, who's a nice center, but he's not a great defender. He can shoot, but that's really all he brings. So that's why Toronto think's been struggling, because they lost both their big men. They lost Gasol and they lost Ibaka. So they've been struggling down the middle. I think RJ's been. We played against all big centers, and that's why RJ struggled. But tonight should be one of them nights where it should be easier for him to get into the paint.
Right.
Especially with the way it's with Randall shooting. If Randall because Randall's now a threat from 3.
Right.
Him going out to the 3-point line drags Siakam with him, and it leaves space then for RJ to get in. But I'm not too worried about RJ. I heard Josh yesterday was talking about putting RJ on the bench. I'm like, that's ridiculous. You don't put a workhorse and our second best player on the bench because he's not making shots. He's still giving you. He's still averaging I think it's 16, 7, and 4, even though he's having bad games, which is still nice. Like the other night, he put up 12 while not shooting well. So that means he's getting to the line a lot more, and his free throws are going up. So I think tonight he'd have a 20-point game. I think he's going to get a lot of fouls. He's going to go to the line a lot.
Right. Hey, you know what? So let me shout out SJ the third. SJ3 was good. Grandmaster Vegan is in the building. Sherwin M was good. Good morning. Knox has to call for the ball. I think Knox can develop into a 20 points per game scorer. He just needs to be more aggressive. Julian Blum says, right, I'm not for sure what the right was about. RJ's shots will fall. I see that coming. I see that coming also.
Too hard of a worker from not to start making them.
Right.
And he's 20. People are like, I see Knicks fans already looking to trade him. Like, the dude is 20 years old. Right. It's not like he's 25, 26. He's 20.
Right.
Like I seen Obi, people looking to trade Obi already, and I'm like,
already.
whoa,
Like, yeah,
take it
calm
easy.
down.
The guy played one regular season game. He played four preseason games. Take it easy.
But that's Nick. That's the life of a Knicks fan, though.
I think,
Knicks fan.
and it's fake because all of these guys wanted Obi to start and wanted Randall to be traded, and now Randall's hot. Then now they want Obi gone. It's like you can keep both.
You can keep both.
Randall's going to come back. Right, Randall's scoring numbers are going to come back down to earth because his 3-point shooting is going to drop. There's no way he's going to be averaging 69% from three for the year. It's going to come back down to the 30s.
Right.
So, but
and that's what you expect from a power forward anyway.
Yeah, you don't expect them. Like, he's putting up great numbers, but I just don't want Knicks fans to get the hope up. Oh, he's an all-star MVP. It's been 4 games. Relax. Because if his numbers drop and he is a 5 or 6 game where he's not putting up them numbers, Knicks fans are going to want to trade him again.
Right. And so to those Knicks fans, I'm going to say this. Calm down.
Yeah.
Relax.
Easy.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the season. Just enjoy the games. That's it. Relax and see what happens. I preferably would like for the Knicks to make a trade, not a big splash, but make a trade to get Random some help to push for the playoffs. If they ain't going to do that, and if we're losing at the deadline, maybe look at trading Random and get more picks. But for now, let it just ride out. And then if we're looking as good as we've been, especially with Rivers, Quickly, and Burks and everybody healthy, and see what it's like. And then if we're close to the playoffs, then make a trade to get another scorer in here to get Randall help. Because I just don't think RJ is just ready yet. I think you need to give him another year. He's not Luka. He's not Ja Morant, where he's going to come in and be your number one option from day one. The kid's going to need some time. He's not one of them generation. Like he can be a generational talent, but he's not them guys. He's not Zion. He's not Ja Morant.
Right.
Let's just chill out on RJ and let him do his thing because he's too, as you said, you've seen RJ for years, like as I seen him in college and when he was in high school. The dude's too much of a worker. He lives basketball, so he's not gonna let them numbers affect him or keep them numbers up. His numbers are gonna come back up to where they should be.
Right.
It's just a slump.
No.
Every player goes through slumps. Just Knicks fans, when a guy go through a slump, they want to move him.
Yeah, like so the thing with Knicks fans is they have the patience of an auctioneer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And they have but there's no justifying being that impatient. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we won championships, 2 years ago and we're afraid that we're missing our window. We hadn't been to the championship game since '99.
Yeah,
we haven't even been this century.
What was that? We haven't gone past the second round in the playoffs since '99, I think, or early, or was it 2000? It was one of them years. But we've had like 2 or 3 first round exits. And when me and Guillermo brought up about if we're losing and about moving Randall, guys were like, "No, you can't do that." I'm like, "Listen, because you have to look at this draft." Long-term future, and having 3 first-round picks in this draft is obscene because we've seen how stacked it is, and people are saying, "No, you can use Randall." I'm like, "You can, but if you're losing and he's putting up these numbers, then you might as well get value for him and get a pick or two, especially in this draft." I'm looking at the Mavericks. The Mavericks are stinking it up, and I hope it continues because we have their unprotected pick.
Right.
We need to get that guy's help. But we do need to get Randall help. If we're going to make the playoffs this year, we need to get Randall a little bit of help. But he played 44 minutes the other night. 44 minutes. You can't expect that from him. He's going to break down and get hurt at some stage if you keep that up.
RJ paid 39. That's too much, too. Good morning, Freeze. Good morning, Joe.
What's happening, buddy? How are we doing?
Yeah, man. Good morning. Hey, oh, man, I ain't mean for you to see them. I ain't mean for you to see them glasses.
Oh, you ain't realize you had them on for the last 20 minutes?
No, I didn't want you to see it. Yo, it's funny because what happened is like when I read through the chats, I'm doing like this, right? And then I saw myself the other day. I was like, "Yo, just throw the glasses on, man. Ain't nobody sweating that." You know what I'm
Nobody
saying?
cares.
Yeah, man. I just don't want y'all. I just ain't want, you know what I'm saying, the cats to be like, I'm that dude from Harlem Nights rolling dice, shooting dice.
Yo,
Like,
Frizzy,
yo,
I was jealous the other morning. You had my man Macri on. I was like, one of the mornings I don't get on, Macri was on. That dude's a very knowledgeable man. I love his podcast.
Hey, man. Macri, man. So the fan base is split about Macri, you know what I'm saying? Because
but they're split on everything.
Because he tried to keep it real, and a lot of people don't like hearing real takes. They don't like the realism
the frankers
of some of the stuff that he put. Yeah. And part of that is because we're fans first, and then other parts of that is sometimes when you formulate your own opinion and somebody has something counter to what you believe, people just don't like. They dislike the person and not just understand that it's just that person's thought. Like, you can still like somebody and dislike what they're saying. And I think that's what we get sometimes with Mac.
We're Knicks fan. We're all trying to get to the same place. Just everyone has a different opinion how we're going to get there. That's all it is. Like, we're trying. All of us want to win championships, and there's different way. People have different opinions on different things, and it's okay because at the end of the day, we're all trying to get to the same place.
Yeah, and my man has inside information. Sometimes he have inside information that he'll base his opinion and everything on, and so the people that are not privy to that information just think that he's capping one way or the other, not understanding that what the thought that he formulated is based on information that everybody is not privy to. Yeah. So shout out to my man Macri, Jonathan Macri at Knicks Film School, man. Y'all go check out his stuff. The dude is a excellent how do I want to put it? So the dude puts out excellent information, and he's a hard worker. But I think more so than anything else, the dude is a super dope person. That's why I kind of mess with him, cause, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a real cool, all my interactions with him have always been super dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I get the feeling he's just a genuine dude. So, and I know that sounds a little happy, but whatever. People take it. People can take it the way they want to, man. But Mac is good people. So
yeah. And when he puts something out for a reason, he's not like Mark Berman and some of these guys that just throw out information for clicks. When Marky puts something out, it's not Ian Begley type, but he puts something out because he heard something and it's legit. It's not like some, as I said, like Begley, where Begley will throw anything out just for clicks.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, but so I want to do. I got something I want to look at here. I want to check out the Knicks Twitter poll from yesterday. So let me see here. Where is it? All right. So the Knicks Twitter poll from yesterday is. Okay, so that's the Knicks Twitter poll from the other day. All right, so the Knicks Twitter poll from yesterday is Julius Randle our franchise player? And just as I read that, Twitter refreshes. That's so awesome, Twitter. That's so awesome. It's like it's okay. There we go. All right. Oh no. Let me go right back to it. All right, so y'all just bear with me for a moment. I'm searching for the Twitter results from yesterday. Just waiting on Twitter to show up for me. Come on, little birdie. Well, while I wait on that to load,
oh, I guess he's gone.
Yesterday was all day Randall talk. I hope we don't do the Randall talk. Every show is Randall. Yes.
Or Frank. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I laugh.
the Frank
I understand the Randall thing, but the Frank talk to me is hilarious. I'm like, the guy averaging 6 and 2, and he's getting maybe 10 to 15 minutes a game, and we always end up when we do rounds, we might do 15, 20 minutes on a player, but when it goes to Frank, we're on him for about an hour.
Yes, yes.
Yo, Joe was at his last wits with the he gonna quit this podcast and if it's gonna be any more Frank talk.
Look, I don't hate Frank. I don't hate Frank. Frank can be a nice 3-and-D player, but he's not what we expect. He was the 8th overall pick. The expectations were a lot higher. The same with Knox.
Dog,
So
as
at
soon
the
as you said
moment, he's a
Frank's
bust.
name, hey, as soon as you said Frank's name, Kev showed up. Did you see that? As soon as you said Frank's name, you conjured up Cornerstone Kev. It's like the dude appeared. It's like in the on the front stoop. It was like so it was like a weird coincidence on Sim's show. The front stoop. Every time somebody said Nas, I would show up in the video chat. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, "Yo, this is beyond coincidence right here." So they would ask me like, they would ask me like, who is your favorite top 5 rapper? And I would say Nas.
I love
and
Nas.
Tied for 5th is probably Nas and Nas. But the person in 6th place, Nas is knocking on the door. Yeah. So hey, you know what? So this would be just as good. This time right here is the perfect time for me to ask a question that I've been wanting to ask you guys, just to get a feeling of where your Knicks fandom is right now. So I'm gonna ask Ghetto Intellect first, and then I'll ask Joe. So Ghetto Intellect. So who is your favorite New York Knick right now?
Probably Quickly, and even though he hasn't played, I just the hope that he brings. So I'm gonna keep my answer short and say Quickly.
Okay. So now I have to ask you, since Quickly's only played in what, one game?
The half a game, made 16 minutes of one game.
Yeah. So
preseason too, you can kind of count too, because we were playing like it was the regular season, so you can kind of put Quickly in that for preseason.
So is the real question who's my favorite Knick over the first 4 games? Is that the question you really want to ask?
No. Who was your favorite? Who was your favorite Knick right now? It don't matter how many minutes they played.
Quickly.
Okay.
Due to the hope he brings at number 25, because if we pop a number 25 pick, then all of this Knicks curse and all of this we can't get out of our own way, all of that goes out the window, and fans got to say, man, they found, or fans of other teams got to say, holy smokes, the Knicks found a 25 pick that potentially, if he doesn't get injured, vie for Rookie of the Year, even though that Wiseman kid is special. Rookie of the Year, or make all rookie teams.
Bro, that Wiseman.
Yeah, and I heard there was a rumor going around. There was a rumor going around that it was on draft night they were looking to move Mitch 8 and 23 to go up and get Wiseman for, I think it was Wiseman and Wiggins, but they didn't pull that because they didn't want the Wiggins contract. Now I'm looking, I'm like, man, if we had Wiseman, because that kid's shooting like 60% from 3, and it ain't no flukes either. Like, it's going to come down, but the kid is nice. And he ended up in the perfect situation, too, in Golden State.
Man, he pulled down the rebound. And I know I told this story yesterday or the day before, but him and Steph Curry went up for the same rebound, right? So Steph Curry bounces off of this dude's 250-pound body, right? Comes down and he looks at Wiseman like, what are you doing? And then he starts clapping, give me the ball. Wiseman looks at Steph Curry and takes off down the court, beats everybody down court, and tries to dunk on Kevin Durant, who saw it coming and got in the paint and took the charge. And so Wiseman looks at KD like, where you come from? And so Steph turned around and looked at everybody. He was like, "Did y'all see that?
That's
Did
the
y'all just see
confidence
him?"
I want.
Yeah, but you know the confidence too is the confidence thing is, first of all, a Hall of Fame bona fide first ballot Hall of Famer Steph Curry is clapping. Give me the ball, give me the ball. You know what I'm saying? He take off, he ignores Curry and goes down and tries to dunk on, guess what? A bona fide first ballot Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? So you like, God, me, man. Hey, man. That dude is
When has Mitch ever done that? I like Mitch, but Mitch needs a bit of a more offensive game to me, a little bit more. But
yeah,
he's slowly getting better. But Wiseman, man, is nice. Rookie of the year. I think he might be rookie of the year.
Yeah, I think so. LaMelo had a good game yesterday.
Yeah, LaMelo was dropping. I think he had like 4 threes yesterday, and everyone was complaining about his 3-point shot. It don't look pretty, but it's going in.
Right. LaMelo is a work in progress, I think. But anyway, I ain't gonna talk y'all today. Hey, what Cornerstone Cab was good?
Hey
Prince,
man, everything's good, man. Everything's good, man. Happy New Year! Shout out to the chat and everything. I want to wish everybody, before I forget, a very happy New Year. 2021 should be. Let's put 2020 behind us. I mean, there's a lot of sadness that was in 2020, but hopefully 2021 will be a fruitful New Year for everybody, and hopefully we can get back, to the way things were. And that's all we can pray for, and that's all we can wish for. But I will say that with our Knicks, I think we are on the we're going in the right direction. I really do, and I think coaching has a lot to do with it.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty. You talk. We want to get down to the nitty gritty, right? So who is your current favorite New York Knick?
Oh, it's Frank, of course, man. I'm not gonna leave him, man. It's Frank. It's Frank.
Oh,
it's gonna be Frank. It's gonna be Frank, man. I'm not gonna leave that. I mean, we got Kevin Wright. His favorite is Knox. You love RJ. I'm not just gonna abandon this kid. Now, when he gets traded, that's a different story because he's on another team. But I'm gonna stick with this kid, man. That's where my loyalty is, and that's
All right, so
that's it.
So hey everybody, welcome to the Frank Ntilikina Morning Drive.
It's not. I didn't want to bring him up, man. As soon as you asked for my favorite player, I want to talk about tonight and how we're going to try to demolish these Raptors. Looking at the roster for the Raptors.
Yeah, they're struggling.
I didn't know they were 0-3. I mean, dang.
Yeah, and they don't. The thing is now, Randall and RJ might have their way because they don't have a solid, a good defensive big man. They have Aaron Baines, who's a nice shooter, but he's not a good defensive big man.
Okay,
so Aaron Baines in the middle, yeah. So I think RJ
him to replace Serge Ibaka and okay,
that's a big downgrade. And then Van Vliet and Siakam don't look too nice since they got paid.
Right. Well, let me ask. Hey, before we do that, let's get everybody's favorite current Knick, and then we can circle back to that. Okay. So Joe, you want to go right here, or you want to defer to the Prince?
I'll go right here. Definitely RJ. RJ is my guy. He's going through a bit of a slump right now, and I have no problem criticizing him because if you're going to say the good about somebody, you got to say the bad. It's only be fair. And RJ's having a bit of a slump, but he's just too hard of a worker and just had too much dog mentality for the slump to continue. He'll work through it, and I think tonight might be a big game for him because he doesn't have to go up against a big center that's going to block shots on him. Yeah. So I think tonight might be a confidence night for RJ.
Hey, real quick. I want to answer Sherman M. He says anyone who who have Frank as their favorite Knicks is not a Knicks fan and or a Frank fan. Sherwin, I just want you to know I became a Knicks fan in 1993, and I've been through the trenches.
Preach.
So, and everybody know, and Freeze and Prince, and they all know what the trenches are with this Knicks team. We've had some great times, we've had some bad times, and we've had some downright awful times. We were having awful times before Tibbs got here within these last 3 years. So for you to say that I'm not a Knicks fan, I charge you to tell me who the starting five was when we had those champions. I mean those contention teams, and if you can name me at least three of those guys, all right. So you can't come at me and saying that I'm not a Knicks fan, because I've been in there through the trenches.
Cornerstone Kev is crusty this morning.
Nah, I mean, I don't like it. I don't see the logic or the reason why you support a player and you can't support the rest of the team as well. I support all these guys. As long as you are wearing this right here, or what Prince is wearing, or what Joe's wearing, or what Freeze is wearing, or what Ghetto's wearing, even though that's a Mets thing.
Don't get the Yankee fans on me, please. Don't get the
it's orange and blue.
It's orange and blue.
It's orange and blue. That's what we support, and that's who we represent. So if you don't like me supporting Frank, kick rocks and move on. That's what I'm doing. Let's go on from here.
Right. Hey, so let's welcome Mo to the video chat. Mo, what's good?
What's up, Mo?
What's up?
That's Malik Yoba's little brother.
Hey, good morning, all.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
What's up, bro?
Let's go. I'm feeling the good vibes. Feeling the upswing. So
he came in looking like young Malik Yoba.
Malik Yoba. I forgot about him. Oh man.
Who that?
Cover.
Let me look that up.
You don't know who Malik Yoba is?
Nah.
No.
Okay.
Millennials, B. Millennials, man. These millennials, B.
That's very funny.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. Yo, that's mad fun. Hey, Prince. So who is your favorite current New York Knicks, or current favorite?
Hey man, shout out to chat, man, real quick before I, get on my tangent. Happy New Year to everybody, man. If you're mentally going through something, bro, reach out to somebody. If it's one of us, nothing but Knicks brothers or sisters, speak up. Mental illness is real. We've been going through a very trying time, all of us, with what we've been going through, and not even in the state of the Knicks, just real life stuff. So with that being said, I love all y'all. I appreciate all y'all. It helps the days go by. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with your family and work and everything else. And then, like I said, you look at the world and you like, ain't nothing changing. I can look on YouTube or stream live or, whatever. And I can, reach out to my Nothing But Knicks family. So I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep growing. Let's keep this thing going for Freezy and the Blue Orange, Tears family, brother. But again, we definitely looking forward to better things going into the new year in 2021 for the team and for all of us, man. Let's speak that into existence right now.
Let's end the year with a W.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. In the answer your question, Freeze. I'm a Knoxer, man. You already know. I'm a Knoxer. So I'm happy. I'm happy my baby is growing up. I would love to see way bigger strides, but I will take the sample size because again, like I heard people killing him in the chat last night, and Knox, all he do is sit in the corner. And I'm like, do y'all watch basketball? Like that's the philosophy everywhere. Like that is NBA spacing in today's game. If you're not a guy who gonna take the ball up the wing and the dribble, you in the corner, shoot threes. That's what everybody does. So let's take all of these titles off of our kids to bash them. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm watching that kid grow up. We heard Tom Thibodeau, who doesn't give out empty acknowledgments.
Praises, yeah.
You know, praise the kid. So again, like y'all need to stop with y'all own false narratives, man, because y'all not in these locker rooms with these guys, and y'all not Tom Thibodeau. I understand we fans, we have our own little 2 cents that we feel we want to give, and you're entitled to that. But again, your opinion ain't law. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, how I feel about Knox. But honestly, you know, I'm really liking his game. I like what he's doing as far as the way he's going about his game. And again, I think we'll see a lot more from him once the offense truly, you know, develops and he really sees what his role is and what his skill set is to help this team. But I think this kid is definitely going to be great.
And they need to give him the ball. They need to give him the ball. Like he's wide open in the corner, wide open, top of the key, waiting for shots. They ain't passing it to him. But when Peyton's open, they have no problem giving it to him, and Peyton can't shoot.
No sense.
Right.
What's the sense?
It's not fair to him.
Yeah.
Is he gonna?
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Once Quickly gets back on the floor, you're going to see Quickly get the ball off to him.
Quickly gives it to anybody. Whoever's open, Quickly gets it to him.
Anybody. Yes. And if someone's asking for it and Quickly doesn't see it, you know, see it developing, he'll say, "No, keep going. You know, I'm going to pass it to the next person." He keeps it going. That's what I like about Quickly. He keeps it going.
Hopefully, he's back tonight.
Yeah. Oh, who's that little pretty?
This is my little one.
Hi.
Hey,
Right.
Hey, mommy.
Hi.
Hey, mommy.
So before Mo
Hey, you know those black guys.
so
I'm checking the
fans everywhere.
injury report now. Is looking good. I'll get back with you in a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, hey. So my favorite Knick right now is RJ Barrett.
Okay.
All right.
I have no problem with that. Absolutely.
Hey, so RJ Barrett is my favorite Knick because I like RJ as a player. When I heard his high school story about him at Mount Vernon going up against Chino Hills, when Chino Hills had all the balls and
Hey, you're freezing out. You're freezing out.
You're freezing out.
You're freezing out a little bit.
The year after D'Angelo Russell and Joel Embiid left. RJ was a.
I guess he's out.
Yeah, he's logging
I'm trying to reach out to him, let him know that you're freezing out.
Yeah, StreamYard is acting up the last couple of days.
Okay.
And I notice sometimes when I go on mute, he borgs when I go on mute. I like to go on mute so there's no background noise.
Right. Well, me too.
I think I gotta stay off. Sometimes I notice the more I go on mute, the more he borgs.
But no, I can't lie. RJ Barrett's the guy. Like he's like the thing I like, even though he's been struggling in the beginning of the year, like the last 2 games, the thing I like about it is that he just keeps going. Like he's not fazed by it. Like you don't see his body language changing really. And then the thing is also like Julius is picking him up. So like he can afford to like have bad games, which I'm happy about,
That what's your name again, bro?
Muhammad.
All right, Mo. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was gonna say in the chat too. Was just that. Like I said that a couple days ago. Like we can't, like same difference. Like I was saying about Knox, we can't condemn these kids for what they do and what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like same thing with Frank. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to start accepting them for who they are. RJ is a slasher scorer. That's what he does. He is not a shooter. He's a slasher scorer. So that guy's going to put the ball in the hole anytime he can. And this is speaking of which I was just talking about RJ in high school. Like that dude was a killer. Like you don't know how many, like you said, cats, and he was killing them. And that's something that we fail to understand, and a lot of us don't bring up. RJ reclassed, y'all. He was supposed to be in the last class. You know what I'm saying? RJ reclassed so he could go with Zion and them. He was supposed to go with your boy, like you said, the Chino Hill crew. He was supposed to go with LaMelo and this whole crew. So again, if like they said, if RJ would have won in this draft, he would have went up there with Weissman. You know what I'm saying? It would have been him, Anthony, and Weissman. You know what I'm saying? Would have been the top 3 picks. Yep. Same difference of what he was last year. So again, we condemn RJ for being a scorer and having a bad, shooting night. They gonna have those. Like Kobe, Kobe had those every night. And I'm not, again, a great in RJ. I'm not gonna, say RJ is Kobe, but again, a scorer. We talking about scorers. D Wade, scorer. Guys who score. They have those nights where they may go 6 for 21 or 6 for 18, and they may still end up with 21 points. But they're a scorer. That's what they do. So as long as their play is not detrimental to our success as a team and is not hurting anybody else's progression, RJ is going to be RJ. And
which
let RJ be RJ.
Which is why I love RJ at 3 and not 2. Because if you notice in the offense we run, the 2 guards, Bullock and Burks and whoever's playing that position, they get a lot of catch and shoot at the elbow. Yeah. And I want RJ, if you put him at 2, then you force him to have to stay because you got to get back on defense too. You can't forget, you can't let your offense be so aggressive that you can't get back on defense. So RJ is able to run the baseline, do more slasher. If he's 2 guard and the team's playing zones, then you're forced to kind of stand around the elbow, which is why people keep yelling for RJ to be 2. No, he's a 3 because he's a scorer. He's not a shooter. You need pure shooters in today's NBA at the 2 guard.
Absolutely. That's why I'm excited about Austin Rivers coming in. Like he's gonna be able to start at the 2 and be like a solid NBA starter.
Yeah.
So, like, we'll have,
and what is Austin, like 6'4"? What is Austin, like 6'4"?
6'3", 6'4", yeah. 6'3".
Yeah, we might get him back tonight.
He's long.
Yeah, we might get him back tonight.
He might get like 15 minutes tonight just to get him because we have injuries in the backcourt. Like Jared Harper's the next man up after Peyton. So
and it's funny because I like his grittiness. I really do. Like I ain't never been a big fan of Austin Rivers, but the fact that he's ours now and you wear, you wearing our jersey, I'm rocking with you. So I've always respected his game.
You can tell Austin Rivers been like bullied for like being light skinned and rich. So he like, nah, I
he's not that Steph Curry. What'd you say? He's not that Steph Curry, Kevin Knox light skinned. He's a different kind of light skinned.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. But the thing about Rivers too is he brings that experience. He's been on playoff teams the last 4 or 5 years, and I heard him with the moment we signed him, like Isaiah and Legion Knicks were killing him, saying, "Oh, we just got a spoiled dude." When you hear that interview, like players don't come into the league and succeed just because who their father or who their mother or whoever it is. They have to stay in the league because of their ability. And okay, he hasn't been the 10th overall pick he expected, but he still has been contributing and he can put up 40 points on a night. We've seen it in the bubble. He's not like he's great at one thing. He's good at everything. He can defend, he can get to the rim, he can shoot. So he's going to be a contribution. And that the fact that he had offers from playoff teams and he turned it down to come to the Knicks to try and build something, I think means a lot.
It's everything.
Yeah, and I think that's the reverse though. I really do believe he has stepped up to that 10th pick potential, because I remember getting into it with somebody and they kind of schooled me on Austin because technically I didn't know Austin Rivers was such, like, he was heralded, like when he was when he was coming out of Duke, like he was supposed to be a Steph Curry-ish, so I guess I see what you're saying, Joe, but for him to be the 10th pick, for, like you said, him to go to those playoff contending teams and still learn and contribute, because we can't never sit. None of us can sit up here and say Austin Rivers was a scrub in any of those teams. Now, you wasn't gonna beat out Russell Westbrook and James Harden and any of those cats for their positions. I mean, let's just be honest. Like you'll be a fool to think that. You know what I'm saying? Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? But when he was with those guys, he learned. Even though he was a knucklehead, little scrappy dude, as we can see, he's his own player. He's, you know what I'm saying? Even when he was with Doc Rivers, you seen them going at each other, and so he's definitely his own person when it comes to.
And
his
dad traded him. His dad was like, "This is a business," and his dad traded him. And you don't stay in the league just because of who your dad is. We've seen guys come in before because dad's coach. You stay in it because of your ability. Okay, he might not have lived up to the 10th overall pick, but he's done enough to have a career in this league. And this might be an opportunity where he might ball out and get the starting 2 or the starting 1 job and be a long-term Knick. We could turn around and pay him like a decent deal and keep him because he's still, what is he, 27, 28? So he's still youngish. So I like the Rivers pickup.
Hold on, Frank. Frank, hold on before you go, because I'm going to let you roll into it. Be prepared to defend another Frank injury tonight. Go ahead. It's yours.
No, I'm not. I'm not going there with that. But here's the thing. Back to the point that y'all were just saying about Rivers. This is how ridiculous sometimes fans are. He said this. Sherwin again said Rivers and Trier are the same player. Stop the praise for Rivers.
Where's Trier now? Trier's unsigned.
Thank you. You see what I mean, Ghetto? You see what I mean?
Trier's nowhere. He didn't even get a deal in China or Europe.
See what I'm saying, Joe? You see what I'm saying?
Nice. I don't care. Trier is nice.
He's nice, but attitude problems. That's why he hasn't been picked up.
Yeah.
Like
he's gonna get picked up somewhere, and it's gonna be nasty. Like we're gonna be mad. We're gonna see him balling somewhere. We're gonna be mad.
Mo, like I feel you, bro, but I'm almost with I feel like everybody else, because my thing is we know there's guys who don't make it to the NBA who probably should be in the NBA. So like you know what I'm saying. So we could start. You know what I'm saying. We could start there. You know what I'm saying. As far as you said, a guy just who can go and who can score a bucket. We can look on YouTube for millions of cats who got this. Ghetto, I see you got something on your head, Ghetto. Go with it real quick.
Here's the problem with Trey. And I want you to go back and analyze it because we analyze the game up here. All right, we don't just fall in love with guys because they're flashy.
No, that's a fact.
Trey requires the ball in his hands
all the time.
10 seconds of possession in order for him to move here, to move here, to move. Today's NBA, you got to be able to get that ball, put it on the ground, and make a 5-second decision so you can move it. That shot clock is only 24 seconds. So Trier if it was the Rucker Park, Trier would be MVP of Rucker Park. He'd come up, he pounded, he crossed, great handles, but he can't get it in the flow of an offense. He cannot play within the system. So, and his jump shot's not pure, and he plays little to no defense. And those are the things that will hold Trier from clicking with an NBA team.
I think Trier, if he goes to Europe or China or somewhere for a year or two to figure it out, he might get kind of like J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith was a little bit cocky, and he had to go overseas to kind of get his mind figured out. Some guys just aren't ready yet. They have they have the ability, but it's just some of them is like a cockiness or a personality problem that they got to grow up more or less. Because you're still young. What is he, 21, 20?
Yeah.
So
Joe,
he's still...
Hey, Joe, please educate Sherwin. He says Rivers is the same way.
No, that's
so let me get to this real quick.
Okay.
Sherman's a moron. Sherman said we should trade Obi a week ago.
When it comes to Trier, what I have to say is like I agree with y'all. Like he has like those deficiencies in his game, but like a guy like that with the coaching staff that we have, like could have really benefited. And I think like if you help him, move, like learn how to move without the ball, play better defense. He has all the athletic tools. I feel like, if you could turn out Julius Randle, this coach can do anything.
Right. Yeah. But again, I think something. Go ahead, Freeze. You've been trying to get on. Go ahead.
Yeah. So instead of talking about a dude that ain't really here, I was going to get to the Knicks Twitter poll. So the question from yesterday was, the Twitter question from yesterday is Julius Randle our franchise player? And so the winning answer was yes, with 62% of the vote.
So Mark was killing us. Mark was killing us all day yesterday. like the whole Knicks. I think like the whole Knicks freaking like world was killing us yesterday for that Freezy. Everybody was going crazy about was Julius the franchise pick.
So the thing is, and that's the thing with Knicks fans, we knee jerk a lot of stuff. The fact that we asked the question is not an indictment on Julius Randle, the player, or who we are as individuals in a panel. All it was a question. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Is Julius Randle
answered it? We answered it honestly. We answered it honestly with analytics and a clear understanding of what you asking. Because at first, and I'm glad Ghetto cleared it up, because again, we was talking about was he an MVP, right? Or what? Or All-Star. At first we had started out, was he an All-Star? But then Ghetto was like, no. The question is he our franchise player? Then that's when you was like, you're right. Then we switched the whole convo, and again, we answered it honestly with,
Yo, once my daughter heard Randall and franchise player, she left the room.
Joe was one of the pitch what they call it walk with the pitchforks too, trying to kill us too. Yeah, he was with the crew too. He was killing us.
Yo, you gotta be honest though. He is, because people are saying now he's untradeable. Everyone's tradable. If someone come to me with an unbelievable deal for RJ, I trade him. But it's just go on ahead, Freezy. You'll
the thing about it, the thing about it, Freeze.
So what I was going to say is everybody, every team, every franchise has a player that they look to kind of game plan through from game to game, right? And some franchises are fortunate enough to have two guys. Like Brooklyn has two guys. They have Kyrie and they have KD. You know what I'm saying? Golden State was fortunate to have a few guys. But the thing is with the New York is probably the only team that says, I would rather say we don't have a franchise player than embrace the guy that's probably our best player. Only Knicks fans do that right now. I would love for it to be RJ Barrett, but right now RJ Barrett is not ready. You know, so
there's nothing wrong with
in terms of like from day to day, from game to game, I believe Julius Randle is our franchise player. I think he's our best player. Now, would I prefer for it to be somebody else? At first, I was like, yeah, coming, especially after what Julius Randle looked like last year. You know what I'm saying? But then during the summer, we had 9 months to dissect everything. And we were like, well, Julius Randle got into his spin move and he wouldn't kick it out to Elfrid Payton in the corner for 3. And then I thought about that. I was like, he wouldn't kick it out to Elfrid Payton in the corner for 3. And then I was like, you know what? I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? But now we see that coaching matters. Like all it took was Julius Randle to have a head coach for since July. So July was what, 5 months ago? So in 5 months, and not even 5, really, but in I think the 9 weeks that Thibodeau and Julius Randle have been together, man, you've seen a miraculous change in Julius Randle, and also not just in Randle, but in Knox, in Frank, in DSJ, and RJ, and and all these players, man. I think coaching matters, and I think coaching has changed Julius Randle from the guy that I hated to see the entry pass go to Randle in the post. I hated that. You know what I'm saying? But at the let me do this first, real quick, before I miss it. We got another super chat. Let me get into it.
Yes, Michael Parker.
So y'all bug you. Yeah, let me go back here. Kev, that ain't funny. Kev, that ain't funny. Michael Parker says, Yeah, it ain't funny. Stop laughing. You making me laugh. You gonna give me super chat.
Okay.
So Michael Parker, thank you for the $10. Michael Parker, Cass, stop laughing. You making me laugh.
He's 100% right. He's 100% right.
It don't matter if Randall was a franchise player or either way, he's getting moved for a first round pick. At the end of the day, you can't have both Toppin and Randall together. Yeah. I mean, I can dig where you're coming from with that, but if we ask the question, if it's just a yes or no are the options, I would lean towards yes. I think Julius Randle is the current franchise player. Would we prefer to have another? Delano still said Frank Ntilikina is a 6'4" Sean Respert. Oh my god.
All right, now
hey, Sean Respert. Hey, don't sleep on Fire and Ice, man. I'm in Michigan, so I grew up with Michigan State during that time. And Eric Snow and Sean Respert was a crazy backcourt, man. He was kind of nice. I don't think Frank that nice. Frank ain't that nice.
All right. So the reason why I laughed so hard, not because of Prince, but when you put your glasses on, it was like a scene out of, this is going to really tell you my age, Harlem Nights, when Red Fox was putting on.
That's what he said earlier. He said that. He said,
oh my god.
Yo, what is Harlem Nights?
Hey, y'all millennials is killing me, man. Hey, y'all millennials, you killing me. You killing me, man.
I don't know what that is either.
I don't know. I'm not that young though.
Yeah, we're gonna give you.
You ever watch Harlem
No,
Nights?
we're gonna give you a black homework assignment. You live in New York? You're gonna get some black culture homework assignment.
Apparently I need it.
No, hey, but when we get up today before the next game, if you got Fire Stick, look that up. That's a dope movie. Eddie Murphy, Red Fox, all of the greats. All of the greats.
New York Undercover. Oh my goodness, you're gonna fall in love.
I got
It'll look like it's on VHS Betamax, but let me make my random comment.
Kev, why you laughing at Kev?
I'm not gonna say
that's so disrespectful.
Kev still happened. I was like, that's what I thought of. That's what I thought of.
So I need to make my cap because I saw a comment and I want Joe to hear what our position was, right? Because I hear where Joe's coming from. The reason why I'm saying Randall is our franchise player today, right? Is because I give the background of I just remember the entire 2009, 2010. I literally used to get up, pray for my family, pray for peace in the world, and then pray for LeBron James. I'm still a tad bit. I got to be honest. Then when I went to see on all the championships LeBron was able to win after 2010, when I see LeBron on court, I'm still a little shell shocked because I said, "Oh my God, he literally would have changed everything in New York. He really would have." Right?
Yeah.
So then we got Carmelo Anthony. And when I saw how much we gave up to get him, but will we ever really be able to get around? And then we keep the bad coaches. Long story short, somebody corrected me. One bird in my hand is better than two in the bush.
Mm-hmm.
So then most of the people who want to get rid of Randall ASAP, it's because they fell in love with Obi Toppin. They want to give the keys to Obi Toppin. And what they don't realize, one of the biggest mistakes you can make is to put a rookie in a situation that they're not prepared for. You break their confidence. Other teams will start to talk junk to them. They'll start to see players that destroy them. So my position on Randall is just clear. Today, if nothing changes, and I got to trust Tibbs. He's in Tibbs' system. I want Tibbs to be my long-term coach. And Tibbs has got him looking like a potential all-star, at a minimum, the most improved player of the league to date. By far. Right? Yeah. So if I continue to build a great roster, because we're going to need a center. We absolutely going to need a center. We get more shooters. We get more point guard help.
Mm-hmm.
None of that stops Randall from serving in the role that he's serving. He doesn't become primary. He becomes a secondary. Let me tell you something. If you give it to Randall in the post with 2 seconds on the shot clock, he can make a move to the bucket. Now he'll pass everything. The teams will be looking at us like, how do you stop him? So that's the only reason I'm saying he's our franchise player today, because we just keep waiting for someone to walk through that door to save us. And I'm over that pipe dream. If it happens, we don't.
My only thing about saying that is that when you say franchise player, and we're basing it off of like a good start, a good 3 games, it's not enough. Like I need him to at least make that All-Star game. He makes that All-Star game, I trust him now. But like he still hasn't made an All-Star game. Your franchise player needs to at least have that, or like be drafted with like a pedigree of like a Zion or a Ja, to be able to like say like, yo, this is the guy we're gonna like build everything around. Because I wouldn't mind building everything around Julius Randle. Like to be honest, when Julius Randle first came on the scene on Kentucky, I was like, yo, this is a left-handed LeBron James. Like maybe a little like a poor man's LeBron James, but a left-hand, like he's 6'9". He got the moves, he got the handle, he's huge, he's like a tight end. Like I love Julius Randle, but he didn't like perform. He broke his leg in his first game as a Laker, and then he didn't perform up to the level that we were expecting. So now like he's building his career, and if he sustains this, he could be a number 2 guy on a championship team for sure.
Let me hear you, Joe.
All right. I wouldn't call him a franchise player. He's our best player, but we don't have a franchise player. He's our best player, and will I move him? Not yet. If I'm moving him, it's close to the deadline if our record is bad. If we are still in playoff contention, or even in around that play-in tournament 10 seed spot, then I would keep him and try and make a trade to add to him. But if a team comes to me, a playoff team comes to me and offers me a first, or maybe offers me 2 first-round picks, which I think if he plays like this, you can get, and one of them is in next year's draft, I'm taking it, because I'm looking at the long-term view of this team, meaning we're going to probably have a lottery pick. The Mavs ain't looking too good. So if you get another pick for Randall, you could package the Mavs pick and a Randall pick to move up further in the lottery and get 2 franchise guys to go with RJ, to go with Obi, to go with Mitch, to go with Quickly, and build a long-term future. So where I'm sitting at is I don't move Randall yet. That's stupidity to move Randall right now. If you're going to do it, you do it at the deadline if we're losing. But if we're winning, you keep him.
I got a question for you. So say like it's around trade deadline time. Julius Randle is averaging like 24 points a game, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. And like we're at that 10th seed spot, and then we get offered 2 first-round picks for like in next year's draft. Do we take that, or do we keep him?
If we're on that 10th,
but one team can't offer you 2 first-round picks in next year's draft.
Okay, say it's like a really big like a young player, like say like I don't know, somebody like who like Alonzo Ball or something like that, and a first round pick. Like, are you gonna take that, or are you gonna like what are you thinking?
For Lonzo Ball, no, because I know the Pelicans don't have the money to pay him in restricted free agency. He's going to demand it, so I wait. All right, here's an example I brought up. Golden State. If Golden State's sitting at that 7 or 8 spot and they offer us a pick, the pick they have is the Minnesota pick, which is going to be a top 10. If they offer that to us because they're desperate to make the playoffs and make a move, and they want to make a move to push, if Golden State's offering me that 10, like that, no, it's a top 10 pick, Minnesota pick, I'm taking all day, even on a Sunday. But if a team comes to me knowing their pick is in, if it's just one pick and a non-proven young player, then I'm not taking it. I'm going to want, if we're at that 10 seed spot and we're winning, I'm going to want at least 2 firsts, a second, or 2 firsts and a young talent. But I'm not giving them away. I'm not giving away from shit.
Joe. Yeah, you gonna get. I'm sorry, I was gonna say, Joe, you're gonna get laughed out the gym, bro. No, ain't nobody giving us up that much for Julius. I will.
Well, if he's playing like this now, they might.
Like this, they giving it up.
Bro. Me and Freezy, we talked about this yesterday, man. We all had it. We hashed this out yesterday. When in the world of the NBA, when you're talking musical chairs, there are only like 2 or 3 teams that technically could even think about taking on Julius Randle. Like there's only literally like 3 or 4. We talked about this yesterday, Mo. And if you can tell me a couple more, we would love to hear them. But we talked about the 3-4 teams that would be open to it, and none of them teams, even with a all-star Julius Randle, even with an all-star, and that's what you're talking about, a all-star Julius Randle, even with an all-star Julius Randle, nobody is going to give us 2 first rounds, a second, and a player. No. I'm not saying that. I would love to take that, you know.
No, what I was saying was it 2 first round, or maybe 1 first round, the young proven player, or just 2 firsts. I'm not saying that they're going to give us 2 firsts, a second, and a young player. That's a haul, and I don't think they're going to give that up. But if someone comes to me and gives me, okay, we're going to give you our 2021 pick and our 2023 pick, I'm going to do it because they're the 2 deepest drafts coming up. Because I'm looking at the future, but I'm not giving Randle up for nothing. And if we are in playoff contention, I'm not giving him up.
Well, this is the thing. When like Mo was talking earlier, and like I said, I know Freezy got a couple more segments for us to get to, but with that being said, you know, you said, you know, you wanted to see Randle be an all-star, and we talked about this. And I think Ghetto, what did you say? You said if he gets 2 all-stars or 1 all-star game, he gets the Supermax.
Yeah, he needs multiple. One just getting the all-star this year won't get him a Supermax.
Okay, no, I think he gets like a $2 million more in his contract.
So,
and then
so
if he makes
with
it twice,
both
he
of
gets
y'all, with Mo and what you just said, Joe, and you just was one of the ones killing us about him being a franchise player. You saying that you would like to keep Julius, or you know what I'm saying, in most cases, but you don't want to give him up. But again, are you willing to pay Julius $30 million for the Knicks? So again, with that being said, if somebody offers us a first, like you said, a first and a player right now, Julius needs to pack his bags. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I'm not talking bad about him, because again, I would love to keep him, but we put ourselves in another Knicks situation when we drafted Obi, and I'm not roasting Obi, but I just, like I said, I believe we should have fought. If we really wanted Weissman or even Edwards, I think we should have fought harder and probably gave up Mitch. If that was a deal, you know what I'm saying? For Weissman, yes. You know, I think Anthony Edwards is going to be a guy. Trust me, y'all. Like that dude, he has the skills.
He
might not have the drive, and Minnesota's not going to be the place for him to grow. He's going to have to leave there and go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
So here's my argument. Here's my one argument. Right now, I am more entrusting of our organization, especially with Perrin, because I don't care what anybody says. Our past regimes wouldn't have gotten quickly.
No.
Would not have gotten them.
They'd have traded up to try and get like Cole Anthony or someone. They would have got greedy.
Exactly. They would have.
And they would have given up a haul for him too.
Right. So that's the reason why, with everything that happened, and you guys.
No, they took Cole Anthony at 8. Talking about Steve Mills, they took Cole Anthony at 8.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Right. He probably would have.
So that's the reason why. That's the reason why. My trust is in Perrin. He came from a Utah system that fleeced us all with getting Donovan Mitchell.
Well, real quick, just to interject, and I don't mean to cut you off real quick, Kev.
I love you.
What I was referring to was Leon Rose, because we all know that wasn't a Walt Perrin pick. Walt did not choose Obi. Leon Rose chose Obi.
I agree, but in fairness, I think Leon Rose probably went to Perrin and said, "What do you think?" And Perrin probably said, I gotta believe that because you don't put somebody in Perrin.
Yeah,
If it was Perry, then I totally agree with you.
Picture say 1,000 words, B. Picture say 1,000 words, and I tweeted the picture when we drafted Obi. The faces of the people in that draft room. The only face that screamed joy was Leon Rose. Everybody else's face was,
so you're saying that they weren't on the same they were on the same page.
I'm not saying they were on the same page because again,
that'd be a
like Freezy said, hey B, I'll follow you to the world, you know what I'm saying, to the world end. But on that choice, I can't go that far on that limb. That's what they were looking like. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So again, I'm pretty sure the news pick, the New York pick, all of that made sense for New York when it came to Leon Rose. But honestly, a real GM, or I ain't gonna say a real GM because I ain't gonna start hating on him. But honestly, I think we should have just picked somebody else because again, if you even thought with an inkling that Julius Randle could be this Julius Randle, we shouldn't have took another top power forward. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like that's all I'm saying, Kev. I hear you on Walt. Now, Walt, I'll give you this, Kev, and I'm gonna get a mic back to you. Walt and Kenny and my boy Kenny Payne, they came together on the quickly pick. That was the quickly pick. Kenny looked at him and was like, "Hey, bro," and Walt was like, "Okay, yeah, hey, no, we gotta take quickly. Yeah. Like, no, we passed up on the players that we really need. We didn't get Lonzo. We couldn't move up to get Weissman. No, dude, we gotta take quickly because we need a point guard that's gonna help.
Yeah.
We all know it because it's on wax. They said Kenny Payne spoke up himself and said, no, we need quickly. And I'm pretty sure Walt was like, yeah, I can do something with that. I can do something with that.
Prince, I just want to get back to your question.
Hold on, real quick, Joe. Yeah. Let Kev eat real quick. I'm sorry, Kev.
No, not at all. I just feel as though that if we knew back in the summertime that Randall was going to come like this, I believe you're right that we probably would have went another way. We just didn't. This is coming at us like a ton of bricks. We did not know that Randall was going to be this right here. But we are in this situation right now, so we can only go with what we're seeing in him, and we can pray that it continues. I think it will underneath Tibbs and the rest of the coaching staff, because this coaching is everything. And if they're getting this out of him, him now, I think we can go above and beyond. Now, again, with the draft that's coming up, no matter where we're placed, I trust this regime right here more than I trust past regimes. And I think they're going to make the most, depending on how we end the season, that they're going to give us, they're going to make the right decisions for us in Perrin and all like that. Joe said something, and I can't remember. I'm getting too old. Joe said something yesterday, either yesterday or the day before. You know what? I'm not even going to entertain it. Joe, take it.
What I just want to say to Prince though is what reports are saying about is, and what makes sense is what we didn't go after like a top like a pure point guard, because quickly to me still is a combo. We got to see what he is, but we didn't go after a top point guard because they were keeping an eye on this draft. And then we went and stocked up on picks for the 2023 draft where high school kids are coming in. I think if they got an offer for Randall for a first and a young player or two firsts, they're going to do it, because that means they're stockpiling more assets to move up in this draft to possibly have 2 lottery picks. On my eyes, it'd be like Suggs and Cade and Evan Mobley. Something like that.
You get that trio, any combo of that trio in New York is we are on a total different trajectory for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If you could come out of that draft with either Cade or Suggs or Jalen Green, and then with like Evan Mobley, which to me should be the number one priority because he does what Mitch's can do with a lot more on offense and can shoot. The kid, but he just needs to put on weight. But in my eyes, that's what they're looking at. And you can kind of see the little signs. Like I thought they were maybe stockpiling for Westbrook. No, they're stockpiling in case they have to, so they can move up in this draft. That's what they're looking, because they're looking, and they're doing the smart thing instead of spending. Because the next year, if you turn around with Cade Cunningham, they say, look, Cade Cunningham, Evan Mobley, and $60 million in cap space, the Knicks are in the best position they've ever been as a franchise. So yeah, I think they're being smart. Yeah, if Randall's putting up numbers and you're losing, then they're not going to keep him. If you're winning, okay, they think about it. But if you're losing and you're still in the like a low end of the lottery, then they're just going to try and get as much they can for him, because there's no proof of the pudding that he's going to put up them numbers next year. Because you got to think this year is more of a contract year for him, and he's done this in the past.
I know you keep preaching that, and that's my thing. Like I hear you on that, and I'm like, I could see even more if we winning, because again, if we are in that 8th, 9th, 10th seed, and you say we do get to the trade deadline and somebody wants to package that, why wouldn't we? I would rather go with Obi and the young kids going into a potential playoff or whatever they call it, and let those young guys learn and let Julius go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and then we can move on from there. That's how I look at it. Because again, we just put ourselves in a bad situation. Yeah, I wish we wouldn't have to trade Julius, but because we have Obi, because we are in the need of talent, you almost have to.
Yeah, I don't want to. Of course, I want to make the playoffs, but I want to make the playoffs have a contender for the long run. I don't want to make the playoffs and sneak into the 8th seed for 2 years with Randall, and then he gets then have to pay him big money and someone else offers him big money. I rather get what you can for him than lose him for nothing. But I'm not giving him away for chips. I want at least something of value.
Yeah, I just remember what you just said, Joe. You said about, I think, Toronto, how darn it, who did you guys? Go ahead.
Yeah. They've their numbers have dipped after paying Van Vliet and Siakam.
That's it. Okay, yeah. I don't want the same thing to happen with
Randall. Yeah,
with Randall, because if we give him all his money and then he reverts back to what we saw last year, or I want to say like the years before, because the years before he was productive for those teams. It was just last year where he totally stunk it up and everything. So that's where I see that's where I see your logic with if we're we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to pay, because we screwed up and paid guys in the past, and it come back to bite us.
Yeah.
So I want to build and this draft. If you could get at least lottery picks, I'm not saying the guys I just mentioned, but two at least one potential star and one potential 2 or 3 guy, then what? What? What is it?
Come on, guys.
Oh man, Prince, I love you, but that was it, man. That was it.
My thing about Randall, why I'm more comfortable, sorry to cut you off, Joe.
You're good. You're good. Go ahead.
So Siakam, it's clear that Kawhi made Siakam a better player. He allowed them to play freer, and then once the pressure turned them, teams are double teaming Randall every night.
Mm-hmm. You can see it already. Cleveland were covering the passing lanes. So can he adjust to that? That's my problem, because they're going to start because they're not game planning for Randall per se. They're trying to get him out of the paint, but now they see he's facilitating, so they're trying to cut the passing lanes.
Yes, but my thing is, he's doing this without any help from anyone at all.
Yeah,
no one, he doesn't know who's going to show up that night. He's the only one showing up. This night is Berg. This night it's Bullock. Another night is Peyton, and soon it'll be RJ. But he's got to do that every night. Imagine if we get more talent around him. That's my only position. But listen, who knows? I agree with you. If we get those trade offers and we can move up and get young, But only thing is, you guys can't see that Tibbs hasn't changed his stripes. He don't like young players, man.
Well, he's liking them this year. Obi was getting minutes, and I believe Obi will be starting if we did move Randall. And quickly, he's literally in 2 games beat out most of the point guards. Just he got hurt. So I think quickly he's changing his ways. That he's like, look, we're not, because he had crazy talent when he was with, well, better talent was with the Bulls, but very good talent like with Karl Anthony Towns and stuff with Minnesota. He don't have that here. So he might, and he knows New York hasn't had a great history over the last 20 years, and we haven't been able to get free agents, and we don't have crazy assets to make big trades. So his best way to build his team is through the draft.
Hey, let me ask y'all something real quick. Let me get 2 minutes just to ask y'all a question. And I know that's a long question, but just be patient with me. And I think it may turn the conversation in a different way so that you'll have a different perspective, right? So if you had to choose between a guy that averaged 23.8 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 6.8 assists, or a guy that averaged 19.8 points a game, 8.3 rebounds, and 3.8 assists per game, or a guy that averages 28.5 points a game, 5.8 rebounds, or 4.5 assists per game, or the last option is 24.8 points per game, 10.5 rebounds per game, and 7.5 assists per game. Which guy would you choose? And I know that's a lot of numbers. So there's a guy that's 23.8, 6, and 5. A guy that's basically 24 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. A guy that's basically 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. Or a guy that's 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. Which one would you choose from?
Let me go first because I'm going to be quick.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Ghetto. Go ahead, Ghetto.
Of those 4, who's
Right.
the most dominant defender? That's what I'm picking. That's a quick answer for me.
Okay. All right. So I'm not gonna say because I don't want to give away names. So I'm gonna just hold. I'm gonna put a pin in that one.
I'm gonna go Freeze. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna put me on record for the 7 and 7, 24, 7 and 7.
24, 7 and 7. Okay.
Because that's consistent. I can live with that.
So Bun is 24, 7 and 7. What about you?
What was it? 20? You said 25, 7 and 8.
No, the last guy is 25, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists.
Yeah, I'm going with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Prince's one.
You're gonna go with okay. All right. So and Ghetto Intellect said he is gonna go with the guy that's the most defensive dominant, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Anthony Davis averages basically 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. So he's 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Is that this season, Freeze, or is that last?
That's this season. That's this season.
Okay.
All right. So Kevin Durant averages 28.3, about 6 rebounds, and 4.5 assists.
Damn, I ain't hear them numbers. Damn, I should have known.
Right. And so LeBron James averages 23.8, 7 rebounds, and about 7 assists. And Cornerstone Kev and Bun and the Prince said they like LeBron's numbers. Right?
I put that on wax. Damn.
Right. That's on wax. So here's what else is on wax. So Julius Randle is 24.8, 25, 10.5 rebounds, and 7.5 assists. And that's who Joe picked.
Are you kidding me? You tricked me.
Answered the way
And so the reason why I wanted to do the blind, just the blind survey there is because sometimes the numbers can be deceiving, right? And 2, the numbers can also be a true indicator of what the player's overall value to his team is. Not the league, but to his team.
To his team, yeah.
Yeah. So Julius Randle averages more rebounds and more assists than LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Kevin Durant. And when it comes to scoring average, Julius Randle is second in that category with LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Kevin.
So low key, Freezy said in the first 4 or 5 games, this dude is playing all-star level basketball. That's like MVP level. I take that back. MVP level basketball.
But the reason why I did it though is because we were so the range of trade scenarios. Remember, we were talking about trade scenarios or whatever, what we should get for what or whatever. And franchise player, and even Joe said it, nobody is untradeable. That's the reason why I did the blind test there, so everybody can get a full understanding of what Julius Randle is doing, at the moment. Now, if all these players continue to do what they're doing right now, then you can expect the other three to fall into the category that they always fall in: all NBA, All-Star game, potential MVP, whatever. But that means Julius Randle, and I'm not comparing. And when y'all look at this, don't look at it as I'm saying Julius Randle is LeBron James. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying though is that Julius Randle elevated his game, and this is small sample size. Elevated his game with a new coach. You know what I'm saying? And he did the same thing last year. Like Julius Randle was 17-8 under David Fizdale, and when Mike Miller came in for those 44 games, Julius Randle elevated his game to 22-10. So with a great coach, I think you can expect Julius Randle to continue down this path of improvement, even at his advanced age of 26. What does that mean for trade value? I mean, I think it means if the Knicks decide to trade him, he'll get fair market. The Knicks will get fair market value.
You're right. Now, when you put it in that context, sorry to cut you off again, Freeze. But now I look at it in that context that you put it in. Yeah, I don't know, Joe. Maybe we might need 2 first because I'm not like you said. We ain't saying he's Anthony Davis, but the Anthony Davis haul, that was 4 players in draft picks. So
4 picks, 4 players. And look, Paul George was 6 picks and 3 players.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
By the way, Sabonis must be way up there too. His stats must be.
I think he dropped a little bit, but people have to realize his scoring numbers are going to come back down because he's shooting 69% from 3. He ain't going to be shooting. He's going to be shooting probably back in the maybe 34, 35 at best at some stage. So his shooting numbers is going to come down. And my worry is when his scoring numbers come down, is he going to try and do a little bit too much to get him back up? So
I would, Joe, I hear you on that, but I believe Julius
scoring numbers are going to come back down because he's shooting 69.
Is that you?
3. He's going to
whoever just came in got the YouTube playing in the background.
35 at some stage. His shooting numbers.
There you go.
That's you, dog. Yeah, that's you. Hey, Freaky. Hey, you might need to turn that down so we won't get the echo.
Yeah,
we're good. What's good? What's good, dog?
Let's go.
Let's
go.
So, Joe,
no Randall trade talk slander at all. We don't trade stars when we've been looking for stars for years. We don't do that.
We don't have a star.
Hey, well, see, we was just talking about that. So, Joe,
we don't have a star. We don't have a star.
No.
4 games.
That's what we argue. That's what we talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? And to say that,
yo, your man's is putting up better numbers than AD. He's putting up better numbers than LeBron. Like, and he's getting paid a third of the salary. I'm bugging.
Let him eat.
Yo, I'm looking all over the Knicks Twitterverse, and Katz is like, oh, he's playing like a star. No better time to get up his trade value. You're bugging out.
But you know what? But you know
for?
Future.
Obi is 3 years younger than him. What are you talking about?
Facts.
Stop fucking out.
That's facts.
Use your mind.
Hey, actually, in a couple months, he only gonna be like 2 years younger than him.
No. In a couple months, he'll be 3 years younger than him. He's about to turn 23.
Okay. I thought, all right. Okay.
That is not enough time. That is not enough time for me to be like, oh, this nigga's putting up this cat's putting up star numbers. Let me go ahead and trade him to make room for Obi. Y'all crazy.
Here's the thing.
No, it's getting back value because
that dude could kick rocks right now if Randall keep this up.
See, that's my point, though.
But bro, do you want to pay him $30 million? Do you want to pay him $30 million? Not in 2 years. His numbers drop.
That's 2 years. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. We got him for 2 years at a discount, bro. Discount.
That's true.
Y'all bugging out.
That's true, B. He ain't lying. If Keith came over here hot, we got him.
He ain't lying.
Over the last 3 days, my spirits is mad high. I'm thinking that I'm about to be chopping it up with my Knicks brethren, and we loving this. Like Katz is like, oh yeah, look at Randall. No better time to trade him. What?
I'm saying not now. If we're losing, we trade him, but not now.
Hey, Keith, I said it just not with the passion. Thank you for the passion. I'm gonna adopt that passion.
Bro, it's just bananas to me. It's bananas. Like, how can people sit back? Like, it's Stockholm syndrome. Like, we got beat up for 20 years. We can't even see when we got something good right in our freaking hands, yo.
And I like Julius.
Randall. Nobody. Not the front office, not the coaches, not his mama. Nobody expected this from Randall. But I tell you what, I'm taking it.
4 games. We got to see.
Everybody in the whole league has only played 4 games, and you know what? In them 4 games, he's better than like 90% of the stars.
Come to me in 20 more games. Come to me,
Joe. And my thing, that's what I was saying earlier before Mike started tripping on us. You said Julius ain't gonna shoot at that clip. I believe Julius, obviously it's gonna come down from 69%, but it's not gonna drop down to no 32s and 34s. No. I think he's gonna shoot almost
36, 30, 36, 37.
Yeah, I think he's going to stay high 38, maybe 40, because again, he's taking smart threes, open threes. It's not the I'm just jacking it up. No, he's taking a lot smarter 3-pointers. So I think his numbers will stay about that high this season.
Hey, hold on.
I don't know what he's been working on. I don't know what he's been working on for these 9 months before the draft with no team. Because he ain't working with no team, because the Knicks haven't been training. So this dude has been doing this by himself. There is no way anybody would have known that he was coming back to the court like this.
So I'm on the phone and I'm hearing all this going on. This energy is incredible, man.
Oh, I'm pumped. We on one today. I'm putting Randall on my back.
So this
on
is
my back.
This ain't a one-trick pony, right? This ain't
I'm going to get his jersey today.
It's early. It's early, bro. Like
it's early for everybody, though. This is the thing. Like, I feel you. I understand that. Oh, give it time. This, that, and the. Like, I'm not one of the ones who I'm geeking out about his shot. Oh, like, look at how much better his shot. He's shooting 70% from 3. I know that's not gonna keep up. You think I'm stupid? Dude, it's his entire work, his entire body of work. What, is he gonna just not pass anymore? Is that what's gonna happen? Is he just
what does he do?
What is he in the court right now?
But what does teams do? What does he do when guys are getting?
I want somebody to tell me what's going to regress that's going to make this look so much worse. It's early. What's going to regress? The dude is playing good basketball.
But when guys, the thing that might, he's balling out. But the thing is, when guys start pitting in the passing lanes and triple teaming them and stuff, what is Randall going to be able to do? Is he going to, if he can keep this up for the year, I'm keeping him. But
what you mean? What is he going to do? The answer to what he was going to do was last year. And we can look back and see what Randall would have normally done. He
Yeah,
was
coaching is everything, man.
You can't go by what he did last year. Y'all keep bringing up what he did last
year. This is
year.
what I'm saying. No.
I'm not going by last year. I'm going by this year.
What I'm saying is
he's going to regret. To what? He's already seen his regression. He's gotten better from that.
But
last year, my man was 20 and 10.
He played 44 minutes last
year. And so last year, they was like, yo, he didn't kick that three out. He didn't kick that ball out to Alfred Payton in the corner for 3. Really? I wouldn't have kicked it out either. Alfred Payton, what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, RJ Barrett was in the corner clapping for that 3 ball. Julius Randle just threw up a shot in traffic. Really?
Because
he knew that they had the same possibility of making it, pretty much.
I mean, come on, man. Julius Randle had the potential to do this the whole time, and we think it is just Randle. It's not just Randle, man.
Dude,
it's
coaching.
And then Freezer, you 100% correct, bro. Keep going. Keep preaching.
Right. And so the other thing I wanted to get to is we point out that Julius is probably not gonna continue to pass and make these passes, right? So he made a pass that forwards the last game against Cleveland, he made a pass that power forwards don't make, right? Julius Randle dribbling to the basket made a right-handed pocket pass to a cutter to the rim.
I saw that.
Yo, right-handed pocket pass. Yes, and I'm talking about in motion and not from a standstill. I'm talking about going to the basket. He made a right-handed pocket pass, and guess what? Julius Randle is left-handed. You know what I'm saying? So there are these things, and the other thing too, like people pointed out Julius Randle's turnovers, like so he's at 5.3 turnovers a game, right? And so not anybody here, but I've heard the conversation before, and I ain't gonna call their name. They was like Julius Randle is averaging 5.3 turnovers a game, right? And he got to cut that down, even if it means assists, right? Guess who's leading the league in turnovers? Nikola Jokic, the dude that we say is the savant big that can score, rebound, and pass. He is leading the NBA in turnovers with 6 a game, right? So we can say all the stuff about Julius that we want. I think Joe is right about his 3-point coming back down to maybe about 35%. That's what we can expect.
No,
that'd be high.
That'd be 40.
Okay, whatever. It's still coming down. He ain't gonna shoot 70.
He's not an elite 3-point shooter.
Right. No, we agree. We agree to that. Like when Joe said that, he was right. That's the one thing that we can see that like coming back down to a medium, right? But I don't know if that means he's not going to average 24 points a game.
And I still think. Yeah. Go ahead, Freeze.
I was going to say under Mike Miller and his whack all horns offense, Julius Randle averaged 22 points a game. Now you have a dude that can legit coach offense. You telling me that this dude can't average 2 or 3 points more a game than what he did with a coach that couldn't even draw up a play or couldn't even run a decent offense? Last year's offense was throw the lob to Mitch and jack up a contested 3. That's what our offense was last year. And now teams have tape of that. They won't even let you.
They're not gonna do it.
When was the last time you saw Mitch catch 2 or 3 lobs in a game?
I dare teams come at us with some zone defense now.
Yeah.
Right. I love it.
Well, here's the other thing.
Wardrobe change.
Here's the other thing.
Yeah.
He's finding 3-point shooters as well. He's finding the 3-point shooters as well. That's the other thing. It's amazing what happens when you have great coaching.
Except
it's amazing what happens when you have guys who can make the shot. That's what's amazing.
And be put in position to make that shot, and being put in position to make that shot. That's the other
surprising. I really do want to be that excited, but what if he's averaging like 40 minutes a game?
He's not. That's crazy. That's unsustainable.
That's something Tibbs would do, though.
That's unsustainable. That's unsustainable.
I think we're too big for that to happen.
Not with Obi.
Not with Obi.
They got to give Obi minutes.
They were both playing on the floor together, like when he was. So
he just wants
not 40 minutes, bro.
Only reason why he got that was because Mitch and New Orleans was in foul trouble.
Did you see how he looked? Did you see how he looked at the end of that game? Yo, like I salute that dude for how he ended that game. That dude was tired, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
He was
And that's
tired.
all you ask. All you ask is these dudes to give you 100%. That's all you can ask from dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Can he do that for 72 games?
Minutes every night. He's not doing
72 games.
He can't do that for 72 games. Like it's like I wouldn't even ask that of somebody.
No,
That'll be worse than what he did to Derrick Rose.
Right.
Nah.
But I wouldn't put it past Tibbs. That's it. That's
I don't think we're seeing that from Tibbs this year. I think Tibbs knows he's been roasted on that for like years. He even mentioned something about that. I think that was even mentioned in one of his first pressers.
Yeah.
About the things he learned and this, that, and the other. Like I'm telling you, like we're not seeing that again. Once the roster comes full, like we got our full complement of players. We're watching 9 guys. I think we're watching 9 guys in a rotation nightly.
No, man. Nah, because if you talk about 9 guys,
10 guys. 10 guys top. 10 guys.
Man, that means if it's 9, that means Knox ain't playing.
Why gotta mean Knox ain't playing?
Because you got Austin Rivers coming back.
Threes. I see Knox
between a 1 and 2.
I see Knox playing defense. I see Knox doing a bunch of stuff he wasn't doing last year. Why Knox can't break that 9-man rotation?
Because Knox
Knox is playing.
Oh, all right. So based off of what
I'm more scared for Frank and DSJ.
Based off of what Keith said, that means.
Yeah, me too.
So if Elf starts, that means Rivers is coming off the bench. That means Burks is coming off the bench.
He'll put
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get my point out. So that means Rivers is coming off the bench, right? That means Burks is coming off the bench. Nerlens Noel is coming off the bench. Knox is in that 4th spot.
Freezy, Rivers or Burks is starting. Rivers or Burks is starting. It's probably going to be Rivers. They're both not coming off the bench, bro. Bullock is going.
Bullock might go out. Bullock might be out.
Bullock's going to the.
But the only thing about
they
might be showcasing him.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm counting names right now. Is what I'm doing. Right, whatever the starting five is, in my opinion, 5 other guys are going to be coming off the bench, not 9. I mean, not 4.
But you specifically said Rivers and Burks. Bullock is going to the bench. You got to start with. Yeah, but you got to start Freezy respectfully. You got to start with Bullock's going to the bench, then Rivers is starting.
And why can't we have a 10-man rotation?
Y'all killing my point. What I'm saying is, it don't matter who starts. So say Burks does start, then Bullock is coming off the bench, right? There's still one person coming off the bench, is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it don't matter what 5 you start.
But respectfully, Freeze, you got to start with who these 9 guys are. Bullock is going next to Frank as a specialist once we have Rivers and Burks, unless Rivers starts back slow.
I tell you what, let's write them down. So
I think it's a dub for Frank.
So if you got LP starting, so if you got Elf, you got RJ, you got right now is Bullock, right? So you got Bullock.
RJ's playing 3 and Bullock's playing 2.
It don't matter. When I'm just counting the 5 games. What I'm saying.
Okay, Randall and Mitch.
Right. So you got Randall and Mitch, and then you got Rivers,
quickly,
Knox,
Obi,
Noel.
Bullock and Frank is after that,
and DSJ.
DSJ. So basically, what y'all just did is affirmed my point. My point was, Free Keep said 9 guys are going to play, and I said 10 guys are going to play. So basically, what y'all said, y'all named 5 and 5. That was the point I was getting at. It's going to be 5 and 5.
Right, it's not going to be 9. You're right, Freeze. It's going to be 10. It's going to be 10.
Yeah, 10 is fine. 10 is. I mean, a little bit of catch. I mean, all 15 dudes is not in the court. That's what I mean.
Right. Now, so now I think everybody had a good point. My point was when Free Keith said 9, I was like, I don't know, man. It sounds like we're gonna rock with 10.
I said 9,
and there's nothing wrong with that at all.
It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with 7 guys.
If we win, nothing wrong with it at all.
No, hear me. Only 7 guys will get close to 25 to 30 minutes.
I give you that.
Knox is only gonna get about 15, 16. Bullock might only get about 17 unless he's really, really hot. That's the difference.
What if Knox is hot? What if Knox is hot?
Well, I hope
Knox is going to get more minutes. Knox is going to get over 20.
Yeah.
The way he
He
playing
didn't get
D.
that now. He didn't get that the other night.
I think if he
He got 26 the other night.
No, he didn't. He got
Not
17.
because he got in foul trouble the night before. He got like 26.
Yeah.
Oh,
27.
that's the Milwaukee game, right, Joe?
If he's hitting and playing D like he's been playing,
Yeah.
he's only got in foul trouble because of that D that he's playing.
Right.
I'm not mad at it.
Joe,
Like,
you're talking about the Bucks game, right, Joe?
Bucks game, he got like 27 minutes.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he played a lot
But
of
what
minutes.
gets to me is he's open and they're not giving him the ball. But then if Peyton's open in the corner, they have no problem giving it to him. Knox, I've seen Knox been looked off about 10 times this year already. Corner threes, top of the key of the 3-point line, mid-range shot, and him cutting to the basket, nobody giving him the ball. They don't have trust in Knox, which to me is ridiculous because he's efficient. He's efficient.
Yeah.
you're saying it's ridiculous. You're saying it's ridiculous, but that comes from somewhere. Like
Yeah.
we're
Coming from
just
something,
watching-
yeah.
We're just fans watching the game. Like these guys ain't just come together to play the game that we watching. They've been playing. They've been playing in practice. They've been like so. If guys aren't passing it to him, you have to ask yourself some questions like, what goes on in practice? Like,
to me,
maybe he's not aggressive enough. Maybe he's not like because you're not. Like I'm saying, like we just making assumptions. Like, what do they hate Knox? They just don't like him.
No, well, to me, it's only when Alfred Payton's on the court. Because when Quickly's on the court, Quickly gives anybody that's open the ball, no matter who it is, to make the shot.
Yeah, definitely two
It's
different.
Payton goes. You could see Knox open in the corner, and Payton certainly he'll go the other side of the court to make sure he's on the same side as Randall to give Randall the ball. Randall's the only guy. Randall's the only guy giving the ball to Knox. Look, when you look at the numbers, 30% of Knox's possessions come from Randall. The next guy up is 5%, which
Even
is RJ.
What you're not realizing though, like Randall is the point forward. Like he's literally like
you know what?
The passes that you want are coming from him,
right?
Not from Elf.
And then honestly,
we need to stop looking at it. We need to stop looking at it. Like this is the guy that Fizz wanted. Like this is the Randall Fizz wanted, but he couldn't guide him to. He wasn't a good enough a coach to guide him to this point.
And honestly,
and Tim's got it out of him.
And
he's
Joe,
the point guard,
right? And honestly, Joe, it's up to the coaching staff to tell Randall and everybody else to make sure that you're looking at Kevin Knox, because if he's open like that, I really sometimes don't see, when he's open that much. But if he's doing what he's saying you're doing, Joe, it's up to the coaching staff to make Randall realize and everybody else that he's open, give him the ball, especially
Randall.
Knox is making his shots. That's the thing. Right. Yeah, Randall's the only one that passes. Randall's the only one that's passing. You look at the numbers, 30% of Knox's possessions come from Randall. But he's only touching the ball 7 or 8 times a game. Huh?
We're watching the evolution though. Like our point guards aren't controlling the game. He's legitimately outpowered. He's a point forward.
And that's why Quickly needs to be on the floor because the shooting. Like Alfred's making shots now, but that's going to come back down or back into the 20s again.
As long as Elf keeps his mid-range game up, I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah. But Quickly has that mid-range too with his floater. He's a beautiful floater.
He's a 3-level scorer.
That's why Quickly needs to start with Randall, because Quickly can take some of that possessions off of Randall, and he can play off of Randall. He doesn't have to have the ball either. He can do both. That's the same with Alec Burke. Randall and Alec Burke look like a dream come true when they're on the court together, because both of them can play off of each other. Randall can play off the ball when Burke's on. Same thing goes with Quickly, and I believe the same thing is going to happen when Rivers is back. That's why I don't see Bullock, DSJ, and Frank getting minutes.
Or Elf. But Elf might come out the rotation too, possibly based upon
at some point. I think they're going to make it easy with Quickly.
I think you guys are putting a lot more on Rivers. Like he's lost a lot of time. This is a lot of time. I'm not as positive as Rivers just making the as y'all are. Like
no, he's not going to start right away. He's going to have to earn it in practice, which I think he will. He's going to come off. He's going to come off the bench at the beginning, especially him and Quickly for the next couple of games are going to come off the bench because they're coming back from injuries. So they're only going to get maybe for the first 2 or 3 games they're back, might get about 15 minutes. then they'll start to ease them into maybe the starting rotation. But I
Keith,
believe quickly eventually will take that starting point guard job because of his shooting. Because once Peyton starts missing his shots, then we got a problem.
Scenario with Peyton and quickly starting.
Keith, here's what you're missing.
But then where do you put RJ at the 3?
RJ's been at the 3.
He's been at the 3
all year.
Yeah, and I think he needs to be at the 2 because he's better against smaller guards.
No, he can't shoot.
shoot.
Until his 3 balls is better. I don't.
But you could put a shooter at the 3 instead.
But who's going to defend? Hold on, let me get this out because that's too hypothetical. He's been playing 3. We got to leave it alone. Tim's just playing him at 3.
No, he's been playing the 2. Bullock's been playing the 3.
I'm telling you, look again.
Look
at
again,
lineup, Joe.
It's both wings. They're wings. It's not really 2s and 3s.
Yeah, but RJ's not playing wing. He's running the baseline, guys.
Yeah, like I'm not where he's playing at. Like how can he play?
It comes out to the wing. Let me finish my point.
Yeah.
Rivers, what you're going to miss with Rivers, Keith, right now is he's going to be able to impact the game with more than his scoring. He's going to be able to keep his dribble alive with guys up on him, on his body. He knows how to – that's what you're going to miss. That's going to help Randall out more. He's going to be able to really control the offense. Trust me.
I know, I dig it. I'm just saying, like, if the team is humming, how they humming now, the guys who haven't been in the rotation for injury or whatever, I just don't see like Tibbs like breaking up a good thing if it's still good. That's what I mean.
The problem is
it comes quickly.
In about 14 or 15 minutes a game that we haven't been humming. And that's when he's going to come in. We had some bad spots, especially in the beginning of the third quarter. I don't know what it is. We've had some bad spots, probably because we've been beating teams better than us at halftime, and they come out motivated, and then we get going again. Randall gets going again. We need more than – we can't put all this pressure on Randall. We can't.
Oh no! Yeah, we need a guard to take the load off him a little bit, because when you look at Randall's playing that like a bum's Jokic role, and he's doing very good at it. But Jokic has Murray as well to help him take a little bit of the load off. Randall don't have that, so the nearest thing you're going to have is quickly, because Peyton's playing okay the last 2 games, but you know what Peyton is. Peyton's going to come up and have games where he's not going to do nothing, and he's going to have games where he's going to drop 20. Quickly, at least you know is if he doesn't have the ball in his hands, you know he can shoot, and that's going to open up the floor more for RJ. The problem with RJ's efficiency now is the paint is getting clogged. His shots aren't falling, but when he's going to the rim, the paint is clogged up a lot more because defenses aren't respecting Peyton shooting. But when you put quickly in, they have to respect the shooting. Exactly. So when you're dragging the defender out, now Randall is shooting, and that's going to help us tonight because Toronto don't have a bona fide center. They have Burns, who's a decent center but doesn't play defense, and Randall's going to be dragging Siakam out to the 3-point line. So that's going to open it up for RJ. So that's why tonight to me is a big game, but it'll be a lot easier if you have quickly.
You saying RJ, but I think this is a night. I think this is a night that Mitch and Noel eat. They have zero. They don't have no tension. They don't have no tension. These guys are about to be happy tonight.
That's why it's a very winnable game.
But Baines does not have the girth that a Embiid or even a Miles Turner or I forget for Milwaukee. And also
Giannis and Brook Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez. Baines ain't got that girth. He's good from 3, but he doesn't have the girth that those who have and everything. And he's not a defender.
You can get him in foul trouble like that. If you keep running at him, you're going to get him out of there. Then there's no center.
He's not a Sabonis either.
I just look forward to all the swats that's about to happen tonight. Yeah, because it's about to be SWAT-tastic. They have no bigs that can answer Mitch and Noel. They have none.
The only big they have is, and I've seen a lot of it, Baines has been getting in foul trouble, but I've seen a lot of sets where they're putting Siakam at center, and that is Randall's gonna cook. If Siakam's moved to the center, Randall's gonna cook.
Yeah, what?
RJ is gonna cook. Mitch is gonna cook. Our big to win this game is get the ball into the paint and dominate them and protect the perimeter. They're 0-3. Yeah. Yeah.
0-3. It's a wrap for them.
And that's why I'm a little bit worried about paying Randall, because we see it now with Toronto. As soon as Toronto paid Van Vliet and Siakam, they've dropped. As soon as they paid them guys, they haven't played well.
They play different positions, though. Like, you got to look at what Randall is actually doing. Like, it's not like when these aren't percentage-based things. Like, oh, like his shot's gonna get worse, or like that's not why we're excited about his play. Like, we see how strong Randall is. Is he gonna get weaker? Nope.
No.
Is he gonna get weaker after he signs his? Is he gonna get any slower after he signs his contract? No. Is he gonna be able to pass any less after he signs his contract?
Yeah.
No. Like,
Tibbs won't let him. Tibbs won't let him.
And Tibbs won't let him. Like, to me,
Tibbs will not let him.
Yo, this dude right now is making pennies for what he's producing, bro. And we got this for 2 more years.
2 more years. And
this year, next year.
And we got Tibbs.
I'm giving this man his bread when it's time.
And we giving Tibbs 5. And we giving Tibbs 5.
We making it into the playoffs, if not this year, the next year. Like, if this play keeps up.
No, Keith. No, don't know. Keith, no.
What?
Why not? Why not?
No.
We can make the playoffs.
I said this year or next year. Why not?
And I'm just enjoying the process.
What are you talking about? You think nobody gonna want to play with him? You think nobody gonna want to play with him?
But come here, hold on. We're winning games, and Rivers are quickly, and Burks didn't play the last game. We haven't been playing.
That can mess up the chemistry.
Not really.
I don't think it will.
I gotta do this.
Ball in practice and stuff together already.
What's going on, Kev? My man just said the P word for this team that had made the playoffs in 7 seasons.
And that's why I brought up trade, about making a trade to get Randall. We need one more guy. You make a trade for one more guy, we're in the playoffs.
Tons of stuff we haven't seen in 7 years. We haven't seen this defense in 7 years. Dude, what are you talking about?
We haven't seen this offense in 7 years either. We haven't seen anything.
We haven't seen.
Guys, real quick,
we haven't seen the 3 balls falling like they've been falling. Like we haven't seen a lot of this stuff in 7 years. So why we can't see the playoff?
Yeah, guys, I got to get off, but I just want to wish y'all a very happy New Year. Again, we're going.
Thank you, brother.
We are going places now with this management team and with Tibbs. We are going places. And
optimistic. Oh boy, Knicks fans are optimistic. Oh,
hey, Freeze, your new name is gonna be Uncle Benny. Your new name.
But Freeze, if we win, but Freeze,
you feel no different, right?
Freeze, if we win tonight, you're looking at we beat 2 of the top teams in the East.
Yeah.
So you have to be, if we win tonight, we have to be optimistic.
Absolutely. Okay, guys. Happy New Year, guys. I love y'all. Take care.
All right,
Kev.
Bye-bye.
Yo, we beat the Bucks and nobody by a dub. We beat them by a dub. We beat them down. And nobody said, there was no talk about it in the sports world after.
No.
Nobody said. I watched all the sports shows. Nobody said nothing about it.
Yeah, me too. Nothing was said.
Hey, you know what? I watched a show, and they were like, instead of saying the Knicks won, what I saw, they were like the Bucks had an off night.
Yep, that's
you know what I'm saying.
That's as close I've seen. That's as close.
Yeah, well, you got to think about it. You got to think about it that way too, because the Bucks beat the Heat by over 40 and broke the record for 3-pointers, and they didn't do it against us.
They beat them by
against us.
The 50.
Yes,
Oh, it was 40. Okay.
They got none of that.
Against us, the Bucks shot 7 for 38 from 3.
And then they shot like 33-pointers against the Heat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I expected them to have that game. Oh, you can't get beat by the lowly Knicks by 20 points and not come back and be mad and take it out on whatever team you playing next.
Yeah,
like, definitely they had to do that.
Let me ask y'all a question. I forgot today is New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Y'all think we should do a show tonight? Oh,
definitely. I have nothing else to do.
Y'all just want to party.
Yeah, why not?
Y'all want to bring
Hey,
Yeah, I don't got no
I'm gonna go hug your ladies, man.
Hey, Knicks fans want to bring the year in together?
Wait,
Yeah,
what
we
time?
can do that.
Y'all
Well,
gonna stop single men fine in COVID. But man, you better go hug your significant other. Bringing in the new year. 2020 was so bad, man. Stop, knock it off. I gotta be the OG in here, man. Wise, man. And your significant other. Don't be no. I don't want to see y'all. If I turn on this thing and I see y'all 11:59, and y'all not even recognizing the ball drop, and y'all arguing over the Knicks game. Man.
Yo, we're gonna be talking Frank. 11:59. We're gonna be talking Frank.
Yeah, they're gonna be talking about Frank. Yeah.
I mean, I don't see a better way to spend the beginning of 2021
than by debating about Frank.
Yeah. Hey, so what it is, man, this place is the place for us to come. This is our sounding board, man. So we probably gonna be wide open. You know what I mean?
I haven't been this excited for a Knicks in a very long time. So
me either.
Ain't nobody popping my bubble. Not today.
Yeah. And that's what I mentioned about trading Rondo was I do it if we're losing, but if we're winning like this, you don't move them. We're balling. I want to add to the team. I want to give me one more guy and we can make the playoffs. One more dude.
Yo, like honestly, y'all got Julius on this whole new level, right? But my thing is, like, he's still on the status that he was on last year. He had a whole year of doing all of that last year.
I know
that he's changed his game. I know that the coaching has changed the way that he's played, but he's not a new player yet.
So you're not going to Mo
for the next month.
Respectfully, you're just going to ignore that there's better players around him playing better. You're going to ignore that Bullock is playing better,
and it's resulting in
that. Even for the most part, Elf is playing better. You're going to ignore for the fact that Knox is playing better. You're going to ignore for the fact that Mitch is staying out of foul trouble. You're just going to ignore all of that.
I'm not saying I'm ignoring it. I'm just saying.
What's good, CP?
Our only 2 wins was the Bucks on maybe an off night and the Cavs. That's all.
But the Cavs were 3 and the thing about the Cavs are 3-0, and I said it wasn't the best thing, but they were the number 1 3-point shooting team in the league, and they hit 4 threes or 5 threes in the whole game. They hit 20% from 3.
I'm acting like y'all haven't been hurt by deception.
Oh no, I've been hurt by this before. We've won 3 games in a row, and then we went on a 10-game losing streak. I've been hurt already.
You got to watch all the shows, though, man. I have been telling Knicks fans to stop talking that we play great D. I got it for you right here.
We didn't play good against Cavs. That was a bad win. That game was trash. We were turning the ball over crazy. But will they respond and play like they did against Milwaukee tonight? And I think they can because Milwaukee was more of a threat than Toronto's going to be.
To start the season, teams have shot against us from 3, 37 for 132, 28%. Right. That's not all defense. A lot of these shots, over 50% of these missed shots were open threes. And people say, "Oh, we were rushing them." We got some stuff to clean up, but I'm not taking away from nothing we done to date because this is the best offense I've seen of the Knicks since the 99-2000 time.
Wow.
2012,
wow. What are y'all saying?
Yes. As a team.
Mellow.
Yes.
As a team.
Yes. Because
Jason Kidd running the offense.
Wait a second. Because here's the thing. All of those times, it would definitely only be 1 or 2 people that were carrying the offense. We had 7 years of Melo carrying the offense. So, if we were shooting good, it's because he was good. And you know what I'm saying? Even the times with Jason Kidd, who Jason Kidd had?
J.R. Smith.
Dude, you can rattle off a bunch of names? Nah, the team. It wasn't like we had a dope shooting team, bro. We're actually we're a good team. 4 or 5 cats is hitting.
We were number 1 and 3 in 2012, 2013. That year, we were number 1 and 3
under Mike Woodson, right?
I give it to you. We had Steve Novak. He shot out of his mind for 1 year. I'll give you that. But it still started with getting the ball to Melo and getting the hell out of the way.
You see this? You see this y'all doing? Y'all talking about this the best since '99? It's been 4 games.
But if you look at the makeup, bro, like
you have to add the preseason too.
Dependent. It's not 1 or 2 people dependent. That's the thing. Like you're not looking at it. It's like it's spread out. Like I'm watching. Oh, Knox comes on off the bench. Whap 3. I'm watching. See what I'm saying? Like Cat's coming up and just hitting. That's not normal Knicks, bro.
We're shooting 59% from the 3-point line.
That's gonna come down, though. That's gonna come down.
I know.
Definitely gonna come down.
Tell me what we're seeing today. Here's the thing: it's the process. It's not like it's one-off. We go about this offense via a process. That's why I'm willing to put 4 games on. If it was just somebody going out of their mind, taking the ball, doing what they wanted to do, the process of what they're doing, I have faith in right now.
Right.
If Randall was getting his points, if Randall was getting these numbers, doing what he was doing last season, I'd be all on board with trading him.
But like, he's still like, I mean, the turnovers. I mean, y'all said that Jokic is leading the league in turnovers, but the way Julius is just relied on to handle that ball a little too much. I can't wait for Emmanuel quickly to come back.
Because that was too many guys who were out. He was the only ball handler.
Quickly comes back. So what are we complaining about?
Quickly might be back today. I think he's questionable.
But no, like understand, like he's doing a very Knicks thing. Like we project these what about if problems when we seeing good stuff happen. Like okay, Quickly ain't back, and Randall is handling it. Cool. That's
good.
I see 9 turnovers. That's not cool. When I see 9 turnovers,
he nearly had a quadruple double.
Let me throw this in there though. So
40 minutes with the ball in your hand. Yes, he's got a bunch of turnovers. I dig it. The person who has the ball in their hands for the game normally has the most turnovers. That's whatever. But here's what his assists number.
No, Keith, though, you can't. Why you doing that to my man Randall? Why you doing that to my man? I mean, Randall has a lot of turnovers. I get it. But
they're stupid turnovers. They're like going across half quarter, going out of bounds, stuff like that.
And so like the other night, Julius Randle had 3 turnovers, right? I mean, he had more than 3, but 3 of those turnovers were, guess what? Offensive fouls. It wasn't like they were dead ball. They were dead ball turnovers.
Out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds.
Yeah. So it's not like the turnovers. You can't say that they're the same. They're not linear. Like some people throw the ball away and it's legit a dunk at the other end. Julius Randle's turnovers were offensive fouls.
They're not the spin move turnover. Hey Joe, that hat's too dope. Stop bending that brim up, man. That hat is too dope. You paid $45 for that hat, man. Stop bending that brim.
For sure. It's fire. It's fire. So now is just as good as a spot for as any to get y'all both predictions for tonight's game. Right, I'm writing this down, and I'm gonna hold y'all accountable. January 1st, 2021. You know what I'm saying? So I need some bold predictions by somebody that's not afraid to step out on the limb. Right? Somebody that's not afraid to step out on the limb.
All right.
You know me.
I'm gonna go. So I think we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose this game because Toronto's gonna come out hungry. Those guys with championship DNA, they're gonna come out hungry.
But all the champions are gone.
It's gonna be Fred VanVleet's still there. Kyle Lowry's
but Kawhi always got old. He's not balling out. The main piece is gone. Kawhi.
That's still there.
So explain your bold prediction.
But hold on.
Right, so this is what it's gonna be.
Let me interrupt for a second. 30 seconds. A bold prediction is not going down the Vegas line. I just want to say that. It's full of Chuck right now.
I don't even look at that.
Say the obvious is going to happen,
So
It's
Chuck
not
pull
over.
up.
We should lose tonight. Now,
No.
at least give a number.
This is going to be the score.
Give a number we're going to lose by. At least.
This is going to be the score. We're going to lose 115 to 110. All right, it's going to be a gun shoot. It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be real, like up and down, and we're going to lose because they're going to want it a little bit more.
I can't wait.
All right.
What you
Hey,
gotta
so-
say? That's how I see it.
All right. Hey, so Free Keith, you got a bold prediction?
I don't consider it bold. I just consider it like we're gonna win.
Come on, dog. Can we put some hot sauce on this?
We're gonna win. We're gonna
Come
win.
on, dog. We need something
And-
spicy. Come
And
on,
here's
dog.
gonna be, and here's what I feel like the star of tonight is gonna be our center position. It's gonna be coming from our center position, and because guys are going to be pulling defenders out to the perimeter now more, I think like we're going to get more attention on the perimeter now. I really feel Mitch is going to eat handily tonight.
Like,
And-
are you predicting 2020? 20 points, 20 rebounds?
Oh no, maybe not that much, but like I can see Mitch coming off with like a 15 and 10, 11 night.
Oh, that was so unbold.
Not
That
what
was
you
the
mean?
opposite of bold.
How
Because
much
he averaged 9 and 9 right now, 9 and 7 right now.
And 5 blocks.
Oh wow, okay.
That was bold because that's 7 dunks. And
Wow, okay. Hey, so let me
Yeah,
get this super chat.
But
Let
see,
me address this super chat
I feel
real
like
quick.
the paint is going to be a little bit more open. Why teams are actually they're scouting. They have to be scouting. If they're not, it's dumb for them. So like we have more guys who are going to pull defenders out to the perimeter, like we do, and that's the beauty of it. I don't even care if dudes ain't hitting. I just need you to be able to keep the defense honest, and then that way, RJ, Mitch, Noel, all the perimeter guys who eat in the perimeter. I mean,
I fit, but hey, Keith, I feel you. That just don't fit. That just don't seem bold to me though. 15 and 11.
That's why I told you.
I'll give
15,
y'all my
11 and 5. 15, 11 and 5 blocks. That's
All
bold to me.
All right, so I'm gonna give you my bold prediction. RJ Barrett goes for 40 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists.
40.
Oh my god!
So he's
That's
gonna be
bold. I'm out on the limb.
He's
That's
finally gonna get some
bold
threes
prediction.
tonight?
Out on the limb. That's what it means, man. Go bold, go big, or go home.
He's gonna hit
RJ
some
Barrett,
threes
48 and 5 is what I'm predicting. That's my bold prediction.
Score 30 in the game.
It don't matter. It's my bold prediction, not yours.
True. How many threes is that? How he's gonna do that? Going like 4 for going for like 1 for 7 on threes though.
Stop!
Hey,
You said be
it don't
popular,
matter.
Keith, and now look what you're doing.
It don't matter. It's a bold prediction. That's what it
You
is.
said you wasn't doing that.
Hey, all right, so let me do this real quick. So Adele Chapman, thank you for the super chat. Adele Chapman said the super chat. He said, compare Randall to other in the next 2-year free agency. Okay. All
Hey,
right.
Freezy, don't forget to promote the Cash App too, because they might be hitting the super chat because they don't know about the Cash App.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hey, yo. As a matter of fact, so let me do this real quick. Y'all be patient with me, man. While I'm trying to be the producer of the show and all that stuff at the same time. I'm trying to work some stuff in here so it'll look better in the replay. So where is it? There it is. Breaking news. The Knicks Morning Drive has a Cash App for those that want to help the show progress. It's $ Lawrence Tears. So it's $ Lawrence Tears for those that want to help the show grow.
Throw a comment up with it in there, Freeze. With your little yellow thing.
Hey, co-host, you working me to death, man. I'm getting slave wages here.
Yes, sir. If you give me some admin rights, I can start doing it myself.
Hey, that's true too. That's true too. Hey, you got a bold prediction?
Yeah, I got a bold prediction. So quickly went to a full practice yesterday. Depending on how he feels today, and he'll play. So I got to get 2, so I don't get a an out for just not happening. But I got Quickly's first game at 15.7 rebounds. And that's going to light the NBA on fire. My other bold prediction is I'm gonna do a joint. I got Noel and Mitch outscoring and out rebound. I got us outscoring them. Their center position. I want to go 20. Let me go 20. Let me go bold. I got us outscoring their center position by 20 and out rebounding them by 10. So we're going to be 20 and 10 better than them.
Wow. Dog, that's saucy.
I don't think that's so bold, though.
You talking about all they bigs? You outscoring them by 20?
But
Okay.
it's very possible, though. Like, you could look at that's very
They
possible.
only have Baines, and they're putting Siakam more or less in as a backup center if Baines gets
Randall
out. And then they have
Randall going to neutralize
Butcher, I
Siakam.
think, too.
But Siakam can score a rebound.
Yeah, but he's not. Yeah, but defensively, he's not. Like, we could easily get him in foul trouble early. RJ and Randall need to just run at him and Baines and get them out early. Because once you get Siakam in foul trouble, that game's so winnable. And that's why my prediction is RJ's going to have more than 25 and Randall's going to have another triple-double.
Wow.
Another triple-double. Yo, these Knicks, if these Knicks that y'all are talking about come through all year, I'm going to be so happy. I'm going to be jumping.
Yeah, me too.
Every single day.
Yo.
I'm going to be wearing my RJ jersey. I'm going to buy my Julius Randle jersey. I'm going to get my Quickly jersey. I'm getting my Toppin jersey. It's going to be lit.
Being sarcastic. Mo's being sarcastic.
Oh, my God. If we are these Knicks. Wow.
RJ
Hey,
gonna have
Chuck, you got a bold prediction?
yes.
RJ
gonna have under 16. Mitch under 10. Mitch is gonna have 6 fouls. Is Berg playing?
Questionable.
Berg's questionable, and Quickly's questionable too, right?
Yeah, and Rivers is questionable too.
Okay, if Quickly play, he's gonna have 5 points.
This dude a hater.
What do you mean hater? He's gonna have 5 points, 1 assist, and a half a rebound.
You're making a baby cry.
It's not mine.
Yeah. So you said Quickly under 6 points, under 5 points.
He's gonna have 5.
5.
So under 6, 1 assist, and he's gonna share a rebound. So it's gonna be.
He's gonna share a rebound. Yo, man.
Yeah.
I can't with Chuck, yo. Like Chuck is, he's a world class hater.
Hold up. You never saw.
He's not done. He got more.
You silly. You never saw a receiver like a quarterback throw it.
Oh my bad, Brent. Hey,
catch it at the same time, or the defender and the receiver both have possession. That's Quickly's rebound. It's going to be somebody else going to help him get it.
Oh wow.
Watch DSJ. He's going to say DSJ is going to average 20 or get 20.
He's not
he ain't going to play.
I'm Madden. I'm realistic. Okay. Who else?
You haven't been realistic. You haven't been realistic in months. That's what we call you, Chuck L. You're taking losses.
But what about Obi? He's out. Obi's out.
Obi's out. Frank is out.
So you can't hate on Frank.
Okay, but if Obi
so Jason said Chuck is Silky Johnson.
the hater all-star.
Oh man, y'all crazy. Wow, y'all are wild boys.
But this isn't bold, but Mitch will never shoot a 15-footer and 15 and beyond.
his whole career. Like, come on,
Okay.
Chuck. You just hit
No, I ain't talking about today.
So if
I
any of
said
these things
ever.
happen tonight.
I said ever, not today, ever.
Okay, so if any of these things happen, then like, so we can expect a bold apology then.
No.
What do you mean no?
Chuck don't apologize.
He gonna say he didn't say it. He gonna say he probably wasn't even on the show.
Oh,
he gonna say he wasn't even on the show.
Wow.
He gonna go put on his gold jersey.
Wow.
Hey, but
Gold jersey and say, "I'm so happy all this good stuff happened for the Knicks. I'm such a big Knicks fan."
Wow.
He was wearing a Nets jersey the other day.
That wasn't net.
Hey, so
Nets
hey,
fan.
before we get off topic, let me get Prince bold prediction real quick so we can have everybody on record.
Joe stole mine. When I definitely think Julius is gonna continue this triple double. Because again, I don't know. I heard y'all say something about barbecue chicken was on the menu tonight. He said Pascal Siakam is gonna be trying to guard Julius at center. If that's the case, oh yeah, they in trouble. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think they guards. I mean, don't get me wrong. I really do like their guards, but I don't think they're that good. So I'm gonna say my next bold prediction is we keep Van Vliet and Lowry under 40. Like I said last week with the other, we can keep them two under 40. We win this game.
I agree.
That's my bold prediction. So Randall Trip Dub, Uncle Freeze, and we keep their backcourt under 40.
Okay. All right.
I think Knox will actually come out and surprise Cats.
I want to go on a limb with that one, but I'm gonna stick with my two. I know he's gonna play good tonight, though.
Knox is playing at home. He's in Tampa, so he's at home.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna let it fly tonight. Like I could see like 6 threes coming from Knox tonight,
and that's a good thing for us because the Raptors never have home games this year. All their games is more or less away.
Mm-hmm. Right, and so
they're gonna have a lot of Knicks fans at the stadium too because there's a lot of Knicks fans down in Florida.
Wait,
so let me address the Twitter poll real quick.
I think 4,000, I think. 4,000, I think.
Yeah. So the Twitter poll, the Twitter question is the play-in game attainable with this roster? Right. I'm not asking y'all. This is the Twitter poll. Is the play-in game attainable with this roster? 80% of the people that voted says yes. 20% says no. All right. So I wanted to put a bow on the joint that y'all brought up earlier. It was a good question and a good discussion. The fact that y'all said that Knox is getting frozen out of the offense, like they won't pass to Knox when he open. I want to open that up and let Chuck B eat with that just for a little bit. So Chuck, what do you think? Do you think Knox is being frozen out of the offense?
No. Knox can't get his own shot.
That's a lie.
Knox, wait.
It's true.
Learn.
Yeah, let him finish.
Learn. Now, Knox does nothing to get open. He's only open when the defense ignores him. Okay? You can't give Knox the ball and say, go ahead and get you two. He can't do it. He can't create his own shot. He needs to be coming off screens and picks or be ignored. So nobody got time to be doing that for him all night. He's not a main option to have that much attention put on his offensive game because it lacks so much. Knox tonight will have under 14 points. Shoot under 45% and 4 fouls. 1 rebound, no assists.
14 points will be a great game for Knox.
Hey, no. Leave it alone, Ghetto. Let him set himself up. Like, remember when Freezy told us about how he killed Chuck? Just let him kill himself, B. Let him walk into his own trap. So he just set himself up. So let him go. One thing.
Right. Okay. All right.
You're habitual. I think you're habitual. First, you're a habitual goalpost mover. So first, we're gonna start with that. Secondly, the fact that you said I don't believe my boy is being froze out the offense. I believe they're playing in the flow of the offense. Nobody. Hold on. Nobody outside of Julius is being even thought about being featured in this offense right now. The only person who the ball has to touch hands is Julius. So let's just stop there. Knox definitely knows how to find open spots and get open. That's a lie. How do you think Julius? Why you think Julius said in the press conference he wasn't just talking about Knox, but he was talking about everybody? My players are finding open windows so I can make easier passes. Who do you think he's talking about? Kevin Knox, Reggie Bullock. That's who he's talking about. Chuck.
Alex Burks.
He's been doing a lot of passing to Knox.
Third thing that you lied on my boy about. He can't put the ball on the court and score. That is a lie. Now he's not Kevin Durant. He's not any of those guys. He's not gonna get freaky with the basketball. His handles aren't there yet. But when he catches the ball on those curls, isn't that Kevin Knox putting the ball on the floor and going to the basket and scoring? I've seen him do that multiple times this year. So that's another lie that you just lied on Knox about. I have even seen him dribble the ball and run the offense in some sets when he gets the ball. So again, you saying Knox don't dribble the ball, Chuck? I'm not gonna call you a liar. You're a grown man, but that's sparse, bro.
Knox run the offense?
Bro, I've seen Kevin Knox get the ball at the top of the key and set plays up, bro. Like, again, we can't act like Kevin Knox is just an enigma on the floor. Like, I don't know what games y'all watching, but again, Kevin Knox has the ball in his hand and runs and sets up plays just as well, bro.
As well as
that's not the team I want.
Somebody in Brooklyn. Hey, somebody in Brooklyn. Somebody in Brooklyn right now.
Nah, I'm in Harlem. That's me.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Well, he could put it on the floor, but the results is terrible. First of all, he never gets all the way.
Okay, if the results are terrible, Chuck, if the results are terrible when Knox puts it on the floor, how many turnovers has Knox had? How many major turnovers has Knox had in the last 4 games?
He is a turnover, but what I'm saying is once he
that's
goes,
a lie. Not like Freezy said, you have no facts, bro, and you have nothing but puns. You're a funny guy, B. You are a hilarious dude when it comes, but you have no factual evidence for none of your farceness, man. But I'm gonna let you eat so ghetto. Yeah, right. I'm gonna just laugh at him. Continue to make your horrible case. Go ahead, Chuck.
Okay. First of all, his dribbling is not beating nobody off the. He's not beating nobody off the dribble. So he has no handle. So when he get in the lane, he throws that floater. He don't get all the way to the basket. Never. Show footage
Chuck,
of him.
I'm with you, Chuck. Yo,
he pulls up from that little 5-footer, and the floater has no touch on it.
He thinks he's Mo.
By the way, Mo is Chuck Jr. I see that already. So Mo and Chuck are getting along well. You're Chuck Jr.
Nah, it's not about that.
It's reality, though.
It's just if you watch Kevin Knox play, he's soft. He's soft, and he's always going to be soft. That's it.
That's another lie. That's another lie. That's another lie. A player who's soft. Hold on. No. You cannot call. You can't call a player soft. You can't call a player soft.
Followers. Oh my God,
bro. Right. You can't call a player. You cannot call a player soft. Just because he goes to the basket, bro, it doesn't get a foul. How is the kid soft?
He's
because
throwing up floaters. You're 6'10". Why are you throwing up floaters?
What ain't that what KD? Ain't that the same thing KD do? You don't think KD throwing floaters?
What are you talking about? KD going up and yamming on you. He has a layup package. Kevin Knox does not have a layup package. He's a floater guy. It's either if there's no like rim protection, he'll go up and throw a tomahawk jam. Like he could throw it down.
Right. Okay. All right. But you said he don't dunk on nobody. I could have sworn. Didn't Ben Simmons catch a body? Didn't Ben Simmons catch a body last season?
That's Ben Simmons.
You didn't watch that game?
Oh yeah. Huh? Yeah. No, he did. Yeah.
I thought so.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna leave it alone, man. I'm gonna leave it alone.
He's only going to catch one of those a year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you look up his stats, he probably got 10 dunks a year. And the dude is what, 6'10"?
Like 6'9", 6'10". Like
when you don't count that forehead, like
oh my God, man. Chuck has a follower. Oh my Mo. What's good? Mo, what's good?
Yeah, I'm with them. Y'all.
Oh, did he admitted it? Oh, man.
Hey, Kevin Knox gonna have both of them looking crazy tomorrow or tonight. Watch when both of them. No. They didn't have Kawhi Leonard, so that's why Kevin Knox went crazy. They didn't have Kawhi Leonard playing tonight, so that's why Toronto sucked. Okay, we're gonna see what the problem gonna be tonight for y'all. That's all I want to say. We're gonna see what the problem gonna be tonight.
Put OG Anunoby on Kevin Knox. See what's gonna happen. He's gonna be on
barbecue chicken.
Hey, so for the record, the Prince is a Knoxer, right? The Prince is
since day one, bro. I called the pick. I called the pick before we picked Kevin Knox. I go back to the MBK chat, B. I go back. So I'm always gonna stand on Knox. 100.
You should admit.
Whenever I see Kevin Knox,
you shouldn't admit being a Knicks fan because you're a horrible representation of us, Chuck. Like anybody put their bold takes and they put all below average for every one of our players. That's my bold prediction. We gonna be trash tonight. Man, you shouldn't even show your face. You shouldn't even show your face.
Not for Randall.
So Randall's the only player that's gonna have a good game, Chuck. Randall's the only player that's gonna have a good game tonight.
He's gonna have the best game. So yeah.
I'm gonna say this to the virtual chat. Hold on, y'all. So for the virtual chat, I want y'all to cast y'all votes for the star chatter of the day.
Star chatter.
And not to sway y'all, but I think my star chatter of the day is Mo.
Appreciate that, y'all.
Yeah, I think Mo is gonna be my star chatter of the day.
I appreciate y'all, man. Because I tell the truth about Kevin Knox. I tell the truth about Kevin Knox.
No, you standing for the fixer. As you can see his name, you standing for the fixer. That's why you get star chatter beat.
And Mo, Prince
what's
and
the prediction, Prince?
Loyal to the morning drive. We're always on the morning drive. So anybody that's antagonist,
you want me to put it on wax?
Is the Prince.
I think.
He left. You notice he left.
Yeah,
he like through the fire because I'm not feeding him no more. I'm going to shut up. Freezy be on some bullshit.
Hey, on wax, so you can get me on wax. I'm definitely he'll have over 14 tonight. He'll have over 14 tonight. And he'll have a good game. And he'll have a good game.
Man. That's hard.
That's right. That's that.
And he'll have a good game. I got bigger aspirations for tonight, but I'm not gonna feed into it. But I will say plus 14 tonight for Kevin Knox. Plus 14.
What's your bigger aspirations? What is that?
I don't want to go on a limb on it because I ain't gonna jinx it. I'm just when he's raining down threes and I'm screaming. Hey, how y'all
gonna ghetto intellect, Prince B, y'all work for the company. What y'all company man? How y'all gonna win the award? They're gonna think it's fixed.
No, but you have to come in and give it to somebody who is antagonizing with Chuck. It's just always Chuck or somebody on Chuck, man. There's people down in the chat.
This is ghetto intellect. This is your show.
Yeah, I agree.
This is your show. What are you talking about?
Jason went crazy today in the chat. Jason went mad crazy in the chat today.
So I said my vote goes to Mo, and I asked everybody else for their vote.
Oh, okay.
Y'all didn't hear that?
That's fair. I didn't hear that. I thought I
hear that.
Nah, I said my vote goes to Mo, but everybody else in the chat, I want y'all vote.
I'm going to Jason down in the chat. Anybody that talks like that.
So how y'all gonna talk greasy about y'all man and then not even y'all ain't right, man. Yeah, hey, y'all do my man. Y'all be doing what's my man? Y'all be doing me dirty, man. I was like, yo, my vote go to Mo because he came in here and was just himself. He was like, I don't care what everybody else talking about. I'm gonna just be me. And I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Okay. My vote go to him. And then the other like
the problem is I don't.
Mindspace Invader, damn right. That's right. That's that Knicks passion, and that's what we all should have, good or bad. Right. If you a hater, be a hater.
Yes.
And on the real, I thought the chat was going. I thought I was going to see Free Keith name out throughout the chat because when he bust in the door, everybody was buzzing like, "Yo, my man's in here," and we got the energy.
I'm sitting here for 2 days listening to this Randall chatter, like this man ain't putting up, like he ain't showing us that he doing work.
Right.
Right. Free Keith.
I was hot today. Today, Cats was getting it today, all day till game time. Cats was getting it. Anybody, my grandma, everybody getting it.
And y'all put y'all thing in the chat. Who y'all voting for? Virtual chat. Y'all gotta put y'all thing in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there. Hey, Black Andy, like Free Keith. Yeah, Black Andy was like, "Yo, Free Keith." You know what I'm saying? So right now, what we got? One for Jason, one for Mo, one for Free Keith. Come on, chat. What y'all gonna do?
I ain't gonna lie, my vote go to Free Keith too, because he came in with the fire.
Okay, all right.
It was spurred today. I'm not normally like this, but today it's been a buildup. It's been a buildup over the past couple of days. I'm like, I saw a beautiful performance, and then I'm expecting a certain level of something from Knicks fans. And over the last 2 days, I'm seeing like, oh yeah, we need a star. We need a star. We should go ahead and trade the one that looked like he becoming a star. I'm like, wait, what?
We just did that. We just did that.
Hey, how ghetto intellect get a vote? He worked for the company. How ghetto intellect get a vote and he worked for the company? This ain't you know what I'm saying? Yo, he worked.
For me.
And Jason got a vote, but Jason is like Free Keith. Yo, that's like 3 in a row for like Free Keith. What's good?
Defending Randall. Randall's gameplay is defending Randall. What are you talking about, George? Get out of here.
Yo, that's wild. That's wild.
Chuck,
yo, Robert Paul just. Chuck got 2 votes. So Free Keith is in the lead, 4-2 over Chuck B and Mo. So we'll count like the next 5. We'll count the next 5 and whoever win. So Nudie 25 said Chuck B.
Now, trust me. The Chuck vote's gonna come rolling in. Hey Chuck, we win this. Don't go put on the gold jersey tonight and the fancy hat with the gold. Don't do all that. And your prediction is we stink, we're gonna get blown out, blah blah blah. Don't do that tonight.
Yeah. Yo, so it's a tie with 2 votes to go. It's Chuck B and Free Keith. Free Keith got another vote. So it's 1 more vote to go. One more vote to go.
Free Keith.
Come on, man. Yo, you ain't gonna be disrespecting Chuck like that, Ron. You ain't gonna be doing it.
Mike M already voted, I think.
Free Keith.
Yo,
you just saying that because you hate Chuck.
Hey, so Alwyn Duarte said Free Keith for spitting flames. We starving for there it is. Man. So you got so Free Keith just got 2 more votes. So Free Keith is the Knicks Morning Drive star chatter of the day. So what you get, dog, is absolutely nothing. But we're gonna shout you out on Twitter
right now, and to make sure that we all on the same energy tonight.
Right.
I don't want none of this like, oh, we gonna lose because this playoff team lost the last 3 games, and so this game is the game where they're gonna come back and pull all of their playoff shit on us. Nah, we winning. We eating everybody's food. Everybody can eat today, tomorrow, whatever day. Any day that start with day, that end with day, we eating. That's it.
Damn.
Yeah, I definitely played in Branchbrook Park. I definitely played down the whole Prince Street. I definitely played in Irvington and the Vauxhall League. Down in Maplewood Park, I definitely played in all those leagues. Salute to you, homie.
Yeah, man. My man said Irvington, you got me homesick.
You a Nets fan? What you mean Randall crashes and burns? You waiting for him to crash and burn, chump?
All right. So hey, so I'm gonna probably wrap up here and send Keith the shout out on Twitter, the Knicks Morning Drive star chatter of the day. So I'm gonna create something and put it out there. I meant to do it for Chuck, man, but I was sleepy, man. My back was hurting. So but whatever. So yesterday. Yesterday's star chatter was my man. And into my co-pilot, Ghetto Intellect, and Prince. Man, thank y'all for a dope show. Shout out to my man, to my ace, Stephen Fox, that be holding it down on Knicks Morning Drive. I'm sorry. At the Knicks at Night podcast. Ghetto, I don't know if you noticed, but when me and you jumped on together and was just like doing it daily, we was at like 60. We was like at 60. Well, no, I think it was at 80. I think the number. So we was probably about 80 top chat. Today we got all the way up to 140, and right now we rocking steady at 127. So thanks to you, Free Keith, and everybody else that come on, man. We keeping them locked in. You know what I'm saying?
Don't let Chuck hear that. Chuck will say the numbers came up when he came in the room. Shut up, Chuck.
President.
Yeah. So shout out to y'all, man, for keeping these Knicks fans locked in, man. They want to see y'all. They want to hear from y'all. The numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at them right now. We was about 80, rocking about 80 for the last 2 weeks as a top chat. I mean, of course, we get about 1,500 views in 24 hours. But the past couple of days, we've been rocking at hitting about 140, but rocking steady at about 126, 127. So we're gonna try to get that number up eventually. But I say that to say this, man. My co-hosts, everybody on the video chat, man, y'all been doing a great job growing this thing, man. I appreciate y'all.
Y'all. Is not coming back. You need to give it up, bro. Randall is here. Look at this guy. Appreciate him. Salute the man. Stand up when you do it.
Yeah, man. Hey, so y'all want to say something before? Y'all want to shout somebody out or say something before we jump off?
I'm gonna say Happy New Year to everybody, man. This 2020 was a rough one, man, but the Knicks really actually helped us end it on a high note. No matter what happens tonight, we still look like a better team than last year. To you brothers, man, I appreciate y'all so much, man. I appreciate how we could come together and agree to disagree. Don't be disrespectful. I see too much disrespect in social media. I see too much disrespect on the internet as a whole. Freezy, thank you for allowing me to be the part of this thing. And may God bless y'all and hold you high heading into 2021. Listen, if it's been tough now, just know it only gets better from here. God bless.
One thing I wanted to say though, for real, like we joke a lot, and this is good camaraderie and stuff like that. But one thing we gotta appreciate. I don't know what problems everybody had. This has been a rough year, like Ghetto Intellect says, but like understand and appreciate that you woke up today and somebody else with more didn't. Like today is the win. Whatever problems you have, you here to live it, and that's a victory. So like, let's keep that head high for the new year.
For sure.
Special shout out to Joe Madden, because he's been wrong the whole year. He give me more to be correct about. So without him, I wouldn't be the fixer. So Joe Madden, you, brother. Stay wrong.
Yeah. You got something more?
Yeah, I mean, like, just, off of Free Keith, Intellect. I don't know what you're talking about with Joe Madden, the fixer, but like off of that energy though, like, yeah, man, it's been a tough year, but like honestly, everyone just like, as Free Keith said, like it's a win because we're awake and we have a chance to make the day better. We can, and everybody on the Knicks has a chance to make the organization better, So like, let's just look at it like, we're on our way to our like respective championships, Let's get our rings. Let's work every day to get our rings. That's it.
Freezy, I'm sorry, one more. Yo, salute to the chat, man.
The chat, you are too kind to us, man. Y'all
Yeah,
pump our
salute my
little
chat.
egos. Even and we wrong, you hold us accountable. This is what New York fan base is about in that chat. God bless y'all too. I'm sorry I didn't recognize you the first time.
Yeah, man. Salute my chat, man. Salute my chat. That's our family right there.
Salute to Freezy too. Freezy's always on here, man. Just like, you know, running the show, making sure that everyone's heard. Like, I really appreciate that. You make everybody feel welcome. So, like, I really appreciate that too, man.
I see you, Prince. God bless.
Yeah, this is a family affair right here. I've been saying this since day one. This ain't something like just me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't because I just want to talk Knicks. I can get on the phone with other Knicks fans and just talk on the phone. This right here is something special. We trying to grow this thing, man, be heard. We don't have a place to vent. We created this so we can have a place to vent. I got tired of chopping up Chuck B on Twitter, so I just decided to move it to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So this our thing right here, man. It ain't just me. It's all of us. And just because people be new, they come in and they new, don't mean they ain't part of the family. Salute my chat. Hey, and so salute to all the co-pilots on Knicks Morning Drive. And also for my guys on the Knicks at Night podcast, man. Foxy does an excellent job, man. At night, Foxy is straight class. He's straight class, man. And he always show love and spread love throughout the Knicks fan base, man. So I'm gonna say this: Happy New Year to everybody. Be healthy. I hope y'all get everything that your hearts desire in 2021. And I'm gonna just close it on that, y'all. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all tonight at 11:45 Knicks at Night podcast.
Yo, shout out to man Ron, and shout out to Legion Guillermo. Salute to y'all.
Yeah. The NBK fam. Shout out to them too. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go in here and get some sleep. I'll holler at y'all tonight at 11:45.
Love.
Peace.